Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. If anyone in the chat can hear me, just push one. If I sound clear, let me know if I'm too loud. Let me know what the clarity is like, what the quality is like. All right, we got confirmation from the chat, man. Yo, thanks for the confirmation. All right, welcome back to the Black Brain Trust. This is episode 365, Hip Hop as a Science. We're going to talk about Southern hip hop. Please hit the like button as you come in, share the video if possible. Hit that notification bell so you get all the updates for the Black Brain Trust, including those posted on the community tab. We posted some stuff today. So if you want to engage in the discussion, there'll be a link in the chat for you to get on the panel. When you're in the waiting room, just make sure that you raise your hand so that one of us can advance you to the panel. If you don't raise your hand, then you're going to be sitting in the waiting room for quite some time and no one will see you there. So we started this Hip Hop as a Science series months ago before the summer. And what we wanted to do was connect the dots between science and hip hop as a culture. And what we found was that the bars that a MC or a rapper spits out, those bars are actually lines of code that work in an algorithmic process. So we want to talk about STEM. The culture of hip hop is really STEM based. When you think about the producers and the DJs and how they work the equipment, a lot of that is connected to engineering. And the science aspect comes from the MCing and how both the DJ, the producer, and the artist come together to make one track is really based on a set of processes in science and mathematics and engineering and technology. So we wanted to actually have that conversation. And that's how hip hop as a science came about. We talked about New York, we talked about the West Coast, complex design, explained the West Coast role in hip hop. And then now we had an opportunity to actually focus on the South. And we got a lot of pushback because some people were saying, there's more to hip hop than just New York, and the South played a major role in hip hop as well. They had artists down there that were, they were dope. So what I'm saying here is that we gotta acknowledge the South and the South's role in hip hop in the 80s and 90s. And even now, because I think the South has pretty much has taken over hip hop for what it is today. I know that Richard Victor Dixon and Keep It Techie was supposed to play their role in hip hop in the South and kind of tell the perspective from their position and say, well, this is what it is. Me personally, I've never really been that big of a fan of the artists coming out of the South, man. I'll be quite honest with you. I was never a fan of 504 Boys and you know, the Stunners and stuff like that. I was never a big fan of that. I liked Outkast. I think Outkast played a very instrumental role because they were in Atlanta at a time when Atlanta did not have the best of the best artists. They came up out of Atlanta when New York artists were going down to the South. So now you can't mention ATL without mentioning Outkast, and you can't mention ATL without mentioning Dungeon Family from a 90s standpoint. And then you can really go back and talk about 2 Live Crew and their role with Luke Skywalker and what they did coming out of Florida with band from the USA or something like that. And there was more to the South than just lyrics, man. There was the whole entire culture of how they tricked out their cars, the style of clothing, even just linguistics, right? How they talk to each other. DJing in the South was not as big as it was in New York, right? And Funkmaster Flex is still here 30 years after his initial entry into the game. I don't know too many DJs in the South that are still around like that and as prominent as Funkmaster Flex or DJ Red Alert. But I'm saying that that's the role of the DJ in the hip hop game. So I'm just kind of blinded by some of these comments. Let me check the waiting room. All right, nobody's in the waiting room. But yeah. Yep, Cocaine Kells is right. The 808. The 808 is signature. Signature in the South. That gets used over and over and over again. They can do that over and over at Fruity Loops, and nobody would ever question it. It's just the same thing, same hi-hat, same stabs and same snares being used over and over, just in different places, whether it's 4 bars or 8 bars. Yep, Chopped and Screw. Chopped and Screw played a huge role in how music was cultivated. So if anybody wants to engage and has some pearls of wisdom they want to drop on this live stream, you're welcome to join the panel. All right, first person to step up is Richard Victor Dixon, man. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's up, Mike? You hear me?
I'm chilling, bro. What's going on with you?
Chilling.
You got your notes?
I told you, man, from down here, man. I don't need no notes. I lived it, man.
So let's go to the beginning, man. What artist did it for you coming out of the South? What was the first artist that did it for you?
The first artist I would have to say was Dungeon Family. Because I was growing up, I was listening to a lot of East Coast and West Coast stuff in the beginning, you know. I think everybody probably first was Tupac, you know, the big names. But you're not really researching yourself and really diving deep into the culture, you know, diving deep into the music. But yeah, Dungeon Family was the first. And I'm glad Dungeon Family actually was my first. And it was tripping me out because, like you say, they was like the beginning of the conscious movement in the South. Because in the 90s, yeah, it really wasn't like a conscious movement. I think the conscious movement in the South really didn't really take off until the 2000s, which is starting to get a lot of credit now. But I think the premier collective was Dungeon Family, Outkast, Good and Mob, Witch Doctor, you know. But yeah, I remember this how powerful Good and Mob. I actually think Good and Mob album was more powerful than Outkast. I teared up listening to Good and Mob, man. That's just how powerful that first album is. Soulful. Like it just, especially when what I was going through at the time. Like Good and Mob just got so deep, man, and you know, you know, the putting in the details, like they say, like just the lyrics just reflected everything. I mean, we all black and all our culture, we all black and all the same, but somebody from the South where certain particulars that they can speak to that somebody from the South just not gonna be, somebody from another region not gonna be able to speak to. You know what I'm saying? So, so yeah, Good and Mob and Outkast, and they was very nuanced and dense in their lyricism. They was kind of unorthodox too, how they was coming. A lot of dudes, even though lyrical as they was, a lot of dudes still was kind of trying to, you know, talk down on them because they flows was very unorthodox. Like Andre was probably like the more clear-cut rhymer, but Good and Mob. CeeLo was probably a clear-cut rhymer too. But like CeeLo wasn't even my favorite rhyme out of Good and Mob. It was Big Gip and Cujo. Like, man, you can unpackage like just so many layers out of those two's lyrics. And yeah, man, I really appreciated that.
Yeah. So let me ask this then. Going back to my notes, man. What roles did Southern hip hop play for you in your life? Like, how did that impact you? What, you know, what was the moment like?
It got me. I was reading a lot around that time too. You know, but I gotta speak to the good. You know, I can't just focus on Dungeon Family. That's the good. You know, it was a lot of bad too, man. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, I guess I'm gonna have to go into that too. Around that time, you know, I was in school in the early 2000s, and when South really, you know, really was taking off, you know. And yeah, the programming was deep, man. They like they say, listening to Bootsy, how dudes want to kill somebody. That, and it's kind of some truth to that, man. That thing was like little Bootsy and the movement he had going on in the beginning. That thing was because he got a huge influence down here in Florida too, not just Louisiana. You know, all through the South, really. Everybody, you know, everybody was going crazy off Bootsy. Plies around that time.
Wait, Plies was 2004?
Yeah, Plies was around that time too.
Okay. No, I'm sorry. I should have said 1994. I'm thinking about Outkast, so I'm going all the way back to the 90s, right?
Well, you want to start, you want to keep it in that. Well, doing that, yeah, I was chilling, like. Yeah, I started exploring other artists of the South. Now, listening to Outkast and Good and Mob kind of let me. It kind of just led me to other artists, not just in the South, really everywhere too. I always been the type, I listen to music everywhere. So I was always listening dudes in the South, listening to dudes up north. I always been a Wu-Tang fan. I always loved the Bone Thugs. you know, from the West Coast, I always liked the Far Side. I always liked the Exhibit.
So let me ask you this then. What kind of impact does Southern hip hop have on the South itself? Like in New York and in like in the East Coast, especially up north, like there was freestyle battles left and right. Like that was part of the game. Like if you was whack, you wasn't getting out there. So who down there? How did Southern hip hop have that? What kind of impact did it have on the South? Like from a regional standpoint.
Regionally, yeah, I get the culture up north. The reason y'all was doing all that is different, and Andre actually even kind of commented on that too. Exactly what you just talked about in a lyric, where I think it was on the A-Aliens album where he was like, it wasn't no park benches. I ain't listened to A-Aliens in a while, man. Basically, he was saying just even the infrastructure of New York instituted that. I mean, down here, a lot of it's country. Just the way how we're operating is way different than up north. Like, I'm gonna use me for example. Growing up, we just had a thing where we just like to ride around. We ain't got to have no destination. We just, hey, somebody got, somebody got the weed, somebody got some drink, and we just ride. That's how we going on an adventure. Whereas New York, probably infrastructure-wise, you ain't just riding around like that. Y'all catching subways, and y'all tagging, doing stuff like that. Our culture is different where it comes out in different ways. Yeah, it might not be hip-hop culture the how it started, but it's just in a different environment. It's the infrastructure is different. So we don't have a built up infrastructure buildings where we're tagging and doing graffiti. And I mean, the dancing was very huge in the South. I know you had like 2 Live and all them Poison Clan going ham down here in Florida. 6ix9ine boys, everybody loved the dance music. I mean, it ain't nothing like super conscious, nothing. But I still loved it though, like I done said it in the chats before. I feel like the most red pill music came out of the South because our music just had us interacting with women a lot. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no dancer, but a girl get to shaking ass, backing up on me. I'm finna get the move, and then you know what I'm saying. So
yeah, that's the difference between New York and the South, right? In New York, we don't dance, right? In New York, in the North, we don't dance. We kind of we nod our heads and that's it. Down in the South, they like to dance, man. It's too cold to dance in New York, man. It's too cold to dance up north.
Yeah.
So how that played, how the South, Southern hip hop really played a role on me, at least up north, was that Outkast was vastly different than anything we had ever heard of before. Especially both of them together, man. That Southern Playalistic, man. That joint was on fire. The bars were legible, right? You can understand what they were saying, but how they said it is and how they delivered their bars were different than how we had heard from New York artists, right? New York artists are really hard, they're really grimy. Down there, it was like, okay, let's take a different perspective on this. And it was just, and the way they could harmonize, right? CeeLo can harmonize and he can rap. That was unheard of in New York.
I'm gonna go into that too a little later. I feel like Good 'Em Off is like one of the greatest tragedies in hip hop.
Okay.
To see what CeeLo at now. I mean, I'm glad he making his money and everything. But CeeLo used to go so hard, bro. I'm talking. He used to be on records talking about cracker this and like, and just to see him so mainstream, like it's just a mind fuck to me because I really grew up on Goody Mob. You get what I'm saying? I know the real CeeLo, and I'm like, damn, this CeeLo now, like
people change, man.
Yeah,
like,
you're right. Yeah.
But to me, the Dungeon Family was like the Southern version of Wu-Tang. There was just so many different artists, so many different styles, and the bars were, memorable, man. Just like really quotable sort of bars, man. So that was my first take on Southern hip hop, man. I was never a big Luke fan or 2 Live Crew fan. The only reason I liked their music was really for the cover of their, of the album cover, right? That was crazy. But I also stood with them in solidarity for Banned in the USA, Banned from the USA. So
yeah, and the supreme, freedom of speech.
Yep.
Yeah, I never really cared for the dance stuff too much like that either. I'm from, my crew. We kind of ran. We was kind of hard heads growing up. But I do appreciate the music, and I'm glad for what it did, because it did soften you up some. Like I say, it made you more interactive with the women. I think it was needed. I think it was needed.
We got Super Triz and Pharaoh on the panel now. What's going on, fam?
Hey, what's up, y'all?
What's going on, Mike?
What's going on? Chilling, man. What's your take on Southern hip hop and its impact on the culture?
Well, I'm from the West Coast, so I was born and raised in Southern California, and for the most part, Southern rap didn't really get no love in California, especially Southern California. I don't know about up north and everything like that, but in Southern California, I mean, you really didn't see too much. You really didn't hear too much. Southern rap on the radio. So like, if you want to hear Southern rap, you just have to, be up on it and actually go out and go buy it, in the stores and stuff like that. Or maybe you would see like on video jukebox. You would you can see it on those stations like that. Like my first real foray into Southern hip hop, of course, like I think I heard like Master P, Ice Cream Man, but I really wasn't like going out actively seeking it. I really didn't actively seek Southern rap until after I graduated high school, because that's when I was like, going to the club. So once you're in the club scene, you start to see that, Southern, even back then, like in the late 90s, early 2000s, Southern music, and it could have had something to do with where I was at. Because I ended up going to San Antonio, and then I was in Louisiana and stuff like that. But the Southern rap really kind of dominated the club scene, just because of the way the actual the songs were structured. They were more structured towards dancing. In California, after that saying, gangsters don't dance, we boogie. So California, they really wasn't making music specifically to dance. It was different type of vibe. So you go to the club, you got that Southern music. And so when I got to the club, I started hearing, different artists. The ones I mostly gravitated towards was probably like, Cash Money. I really like Cash Money and 3-6 Mafia, because 3-6 Mafia was like some ride out music. You hear it in the club, but then like, you in the car. I remember we had the album I used to play a lot with when the Smoke Clears from 3-6 Mafia, and I mean, we would ride out hard to that. But I think like when he talked about Goody Mob, the only artist that I really like cared for from Goody Mob was Big Gipp. Because I liked his lyrical style, not just because of the kind of music that I kind of grew up listening to, and kind of what I started gravitating towards. Like in high school, was more lyrically oriented, and Big Gipp had more lyrical content, in my opinion. And then progressing even further, Ludacris and T.I., I believe, are very, very underrated lyricists. In my opinion.
Yeah, I would say that Tear the Club Up for me, man, was that was like my warm-up song for like going into like I used to play high school ball, so that was my joint to warm up to, man. Who's trying to talk? Pharaoh?
That when the Smoke Clear album, that album had probably about 10 bangers on that album. That was like, that's probably one of the most underrated albums, like as far as like getting that club move, ride out music. That album was, and I'm a lyrical guy. Like I listen to Cannabis and A+ and you know, rappers like that, you know, but I could vibe out to some 3 6 Mafia.
Hey, right quick, Pharaoh, I know you can speak to this. 3 6 Mafia was being banned out the clubs down here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
When the Smoke Clears is a classic. It's not underrated. Everybody knows that's a classic. World Domination is a classic. Mystic Styles, like
Mystic Styles.
3 6 get they love down here.
When you hit that, I bet you won't hit a motherfucker. That was one of the #1 songs that were banned from the clubs because you got weed, smoke, and all that, and drunk people. That shit in that song, that shit did not mix together.
Now what I'm glad they doing now, which I always was arguing about, they finally giving DJ Paul and Juicy J their production credit. I will argue that DJ Paul, Juicy J, when it comes to sampling, can get with the best of them.
Oh yeah,
their catalog is impeccable. If you just listen to it from a production standpoint.
All the Willie Hutch they done sample, all the Isaac Hayes,
the horror movies, they sampled a lot.
Exactly, man.
I'm talking about real subtle stuff too. You overlook.
You know who was a low key sampler though? I won't even say low key, but a lot of cats don't know where he got his samples from. Cash Money. What's the Manny Fresh?
Manny Fresh. That's the greatest.
Manny Fresh.
He's the greatest to me. That's the best producer ever to me.
A lot of samples Manny Fresh did was from video games. People don't know that. Like he sampled Double Dragon. Like if I heard his album, I can't remember all the but I remember going through his album. What was that album that Juvenile had, the Red album? G Code.
That was about 400 degrees. 400 degrees.
No, G Code. No, G Code. G Code. G Code
was his,
G Code.
Yeah, that was the third album.
G Code was video game samples all in that album. Big Timers, video game samples all in that album. Now I'm talking about Nintendo games.
Yeah. I mean, we have to keep in mind, man, that Manny Fresh is a very, very gifted producer, man. The dude is phenomenal for what he is, and for what he was. You know, I wouldn't say he's up there now, but he, to me, was very prominent in getting everybody to pay attention to Cash Money. Because without him, Ty City wants to get on. Without him, you wouldn't be able to understand who these other artists were, because the artists couldn't carry themselves. They had the beat carried them more than anything, in my opinion.
I think I would have to argue against that.
Oh yeah.
It's just hold on. Was it my turn?
Yeah, man. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Well, you was about to speak on Manny Fresh. I was gonna get on back on 3 6, but go ahead and speak on Manny right quick.
Yeah, Manny Fresh definitely is a huge key to that early Cash Money run. And he single-handedly produced every album. And it's a lot of albums that people in the South know about. See, we was listening to Cash Money before 400 Degrees. It's a lot of classics before even they got mainstream. Like BG was the one that was carrying.
Yeah, BG was carrying that weight. Yep.
People was really, Juvenile wasn't even like the so-called leader of the Hot Boys. It really,
it was BG.
It was BG. Because he had the hardest albums. Like BG is it's like an underrated storyteller, man. He used to come with some hard ass shit. And and that's what I want to get to. Well, of course, that's why I look at them as a power collective, that early Cash Money. Of course, Manny Fresh played a part, but let's not understate the fact that Hot Boys was raw as hell. Juvenile was lyrical. People try to play him on that. Like he was a storyteller. And maybe the lyrical side can maybe play. And this is what I learned about people not from the region. We use a lot of slang, so when we get lyrical with our slang, it can throw somebody off that's not from the region. But it makes sense to us because we know what he's talking about. See, he can be talking about a multitude of things, but he's speaking in so much slang, somebody outside from the region ain't gonna catch what he's saying. Yeah. That's what I learned talking to people from other regions. I'm like, man, that dude just said some incredible shit, but somebody outside the region just ain't gonna get it. You know what I'm saying?
And the good thing about, because my two favorite group was Outkast and it's 3-6. And the funny thing is, I think that Outkast, if it comes to the South, they won the most awards out of all of them. But 3-6 is the only rap group that's ever won an Oscar. They're the only rap group and the only rap artist that ever have. So
what's up, fam?
Yo, what's going on, man?
So that was really when they won those awards, especially back in '95 when Outkast won the Source Award for Best New Artist and everybody booed them on stage. You remember that, Richard?
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So that was really like the pendulum that was swinging towards our way. And me being from Atlanta, you know, I was deep inside the club scene later on, kind of like when Waka Flocka and them was coming up, and after Gucci Mane went to jail for the third time. But you know, it's you know, it's when you look at the South, I literally looked at things that transpired, you know, from you know, it's kind of like when it comes to Atlanta, Florida, Louisiana, and Memphis, they say that we shared, you know, like the same style, but it was kind of different. Kind of like what Richard said, like a little slang, like Silk the Shocker. He had a little stutter when he rapped, and people didn't know why. People thought he had a speech impairment problem. And I was like, no, that's actually that stutter, that's an actual style. But
yeah,
nobody
but he rapped off beat all the time, which made it really complicated to understand what the hell he was talking about.
Yeah, I never did care for Silk. I got it. He was like he was the Wink Link and No Limit to me. And I used to hate that.
I mean, yeah.
Arguing with other, hold on, let me get this. Because arguing with other dudes, that's the first person they're gonna go for when you bring up No Limit. And I'm like, come on, man. No Limit had so many lyricists. And the first thing you want to bring up is Silk the Shocker.
Because he's most notable for banging on Maya.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he's Master P brother though. But you had Mac, Mystical, Mia X, one of the rawest female MCs ever. Like she don't even get her credit. Like, man, Fiend. Man, come on.
Neither does Gangsta Boo.
Go ahead, Ty.
Hey, can I screenshot something real quick?
As long as it's doesn't violate the new terms of agreements.
Now, okay.
Yeah, Bloodsport Project Pat got a unique sound too.
Did it
yeah,
turn?
Definitely him too. Project Pat.
Is that Ty City on stage?
That's definitely me, right? So this was around 2012. On tour with Erykah Badu. So
okay, that's what's up.
Sometimes you hear me get defensive about people like blaming hip hop, bro. Like I don't, especially me. You know, I'm from the South, bro. So when these conversations pop up, bro, and people say the South, you know, I think of Scarface. I think of 8 Ball. I think of, you know what I'm saying? 8 Ball, MJG. And I know what happened with the South is it just went right into hyper mainstream. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Everything else get overshadowed. Now, the science of it, Manny Fresh is solely responsible for the hi-hat that you can never get away from.
Yeah, the pity pat hi-hat.
Yeah, he brought that in the game, and that was it. Also, when we talking about the South, we got to understand that DJ Premier came from Houston.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that whole rap sound was perfected by somebody from the South. So, I mean, we could go in there, but I mean, you said something earlier that bugged me, Mike. I gotta let you have it, dog.
Go for it. Go for it.
you said that that the DJs are not as influential from the South.
Oh, no. I was referring to that the role of the DJ has not been as pronounced as it was in New York. Like Red Alert is still a prominent name, is what I'm saying.
Well, you had DJ Screw,
DJ Khaled. You got actually, you know what? People don't even know, but Lil Jon is a top tier world recognized DJ.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not prominent in when you go back through hip hop history, like they go to Red Alert, right? They go to Funkmaster Flex. They go to
see, but that's what I'm saying. That's turntablism.
Right. That's what I'm referring to.
DJ Paul did turntablism too, though.
Yeah, DJ Paul cold on the turntable.
Yeah.
DJ Screw was cold on turntable. Yeah. But what I'm saying is, I don't think it's that much of a difference. I think the DJ is relevant everywhere. West Coast DJ Quick and all of them. You can't. I don't think you can have a scene without a DJ, no matter what era.
Right. I'm not saying that they didn't. I'm just saying it wasn't as pronounced as in New York as New York DJs were.
No, I understand that. I
mean, that's all I'm saying. I wasn't saying anything bad about
the whole thing.
Yeah.
Well, because it was a flood of them in New York, like DJ Herc and all them. Yeah, I know what you're saying, Mike. It was it was a flood of them from New York.
Right. And they're still here. They're still prominent to New York as it is right now. Like I was watching an interview with Shan. Was it Shan or somebody else? And he said that he still walks through Japan and still gets people still stop on the street and look and try to get selfies with him, as old as he is. So what?
In Japan, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got friends who they DJs and they got these huge record collections. Japanese people fly over here to buy a record.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
The culture with Japan is they like the most obscure hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing too, I found out that's like a real like obscure like other countries, mostly like Europe.
Mm-hmm.
They like buying that hardcore Southern stuff from the 90s, like old Rap-A-Lot stuff, Suave House.
Mm-hmm.
The underground groups from back then, like Concentration Camp from Louisiana, Young Bleed and all of them. You had Street Military. They was probably some of the most lyrical out of Texas. Street Military, Klondike.
Millionaire and them, yep.
No, I'm talking about 90s. I ain't talking
90s, yeah. 90, 94, 95, 96.
97,
we never made it to 2000. Yeah, so we still in the 90s.
Yeah, we talking about live. See what it is? They like that live instrumentation. It was very dark, too.
You
Mike Dean, Eno Joe, like they was like the precursor, like that live instrumentation, and it was very dark. Blue, it had a lot of blues feeling to it, but it was dark though. Rap-A-Lot was a dark label, like everybody like.
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
yeah, that's a good point.
They had Devin.
Yeah, they had Devin dude.
Yeah, but he was an anomaly. Like I'm finna name some names: Scarface, Gangsta Nip, Fifth Ward Boys. Like most of the artists on Rap-A-Lot was hard as hell.
They were NWA of the South. NWA of the South, man. But to me,
another thing about Juvenile was his recording actually go back to the early 90s.
It does, but what we're saying is that the lyricism is what it to me had a major impact, right? I don't think that you can put Silk the Shocker in the lyricism category. Right?
No, I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
You can put Scarface in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah, but that's not who I heard in terms of like bars, right? If I had to refer to bars, I would go back to Dungeon Family before I go to Ghetto Boys.
I got to get with Triz too, because him overlooking CeeLo for for Big Gipp, that's a problem for me.
Oh man. Oh man. You know,
I did. I mean, CeeLo definitely had balls.
Fire, bro.
My thing is people was concentrating on CeeLo too much.
Because he stood out.
And yeah, because he was clear cut. But and see, this goes back to the Southern drawl. Like I hear it even with me. Like even people down here from the South, man, your drawl so thick. And I'm like, all right, Big Gipp and Cujo, I would argue was saying, I'm talking about like real serious songs, sometimes was saying way more potent stuff than CeeLo and Timo. But because of their drawl, and they focused on a lot of slang too, and because of their Southern drawl, the lyricism would get overlooked because of that. Same thing, it goes back to Juvenile. Same thing happened with Giselle.
I put Trick.
Juvenile was lyrical.
I put Trick Daddy in there too, with that in that category of people overlooking his lyrical ability for what got pushed in singles and whatnot. His albums was nothing like the same.
Yeah, the problem with Trick Daddy that I had with Trick Daddy was that he wouldn't rap a full 16 bars a lot of times. He'll like rap and then he'll like stop before the 16 bars is up. And like, you know, from coming from the West Coast, that was like something like yo, what the heck is that?
I mean, lyrics is lyrics, no matter how many bars it is.
Well, I mean, if you have a structured song, it was almost like he ran out of bars. That's how we perceived it on the West Coast. When somebody would rap and they would cut off before the 16 was over, it was like, oh, you ran out of bars.
Yep.
I don't know. I didn't listen to Trick Daddy out. He got plenty of structure.
We down to the 8 now. It's 8 bars now.
Yeah, 8 bars and a hook.
Back then. And then as far as like CeeLo, the reason why I didn't really like I preferred Big Gipp over CeeLo was Big Gipp. I like Big Gipp's flow.
I agree with you. I don't see nothing wrong with that either.
He was unique. He was very unique in terms of the model.
CeeLo is still out of this world, bro. You can put him in the room with the most creative people, bro. They're gonna be inspired by CeeLo.
Yeah, he out of this world, all right. When he like some of the stuff between him and Andre 3000.
Nah, bro. Bro. I ain't gonna let you do that to CeeLo, bro.
I don't know if they smoking magic mushrooms. I don't know what the heck they do.
I ain't gonna let you do that to CeeLo, bro. I met Andre, bro. He random. He's random.
But it's similar to the groups that was up north. And even on the West Coast, far side, you don't think they was like dudes I hung with would call them green as hell.
Well, see, I like
you know what I'm saying? Like up north, you had the native,
but none of his stuff was that structured.
Yeah, damn sure the what? That first album was crazy as hell.
That first album is a classic.
It's a classic, but I listened to it, but like some song he just screaming, ain't even rapping. I'm like,
yo, most.
But that was just his style. He was the unorthodox dude of the group. He brought that he brought the monotony. That's how I looked at ODB.
Yeah, but in terms of bars, for me, man, I had to give it to Dungeon Finn. When they came with that Watch for the Hook, that was it for me. I was sold. I was completely sold on them.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that video. Yeah.
You need to go check that 8-Ball Double Disc Lost album, bro.
Yeah, that's a dope album too.
A lot of people slept on that.
Yeah, that was slept on.
Bro. Only the heads know, man. That
that's a classic. That's a classic.
I gotta drop one on y'all that I really like. It was a duo called Dirty. I don't know if it was from Mississippi or Alabama.
They're from Alabama. Yeah, people slept on them too.
Hey,
they came off.
I rock with them.
Were they from Birmingham? I forgot.
I think they was from Birmingham.
Okay. People slept on Phil Mob.
Yeah,
Sean J.
And they was from Sean
J
is, man, I would put him against anybody that's super lyrical. That
bro,
dude,
he was stupid on that album, bro. Yeah.
I don't even care. The albums was good. It's the mixtapes, man. The mixtapes, he killed it.
Yeah, and you know what? I think it was some Ludacris going on, bro. For sure.
Ludacris felt like They was going to outshine him.
The 2 Chainz situation confirmed it, though. The 2 Chainz situation confirmed
Yeah, Ludacris was scared somebody was going to out-rap him and outshine him. He had that feel with 2 Chainz and Phil Maher. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, I actually personally know Sean J from Phil Maher. So
Sean J cold, bro.
Yeah, he is. Definitely. We still kind of kick it till this day.
He drive trucks now?
Nah. When I go down there to Albany, it's this club down there called Sand Trap. So, I usually see him from time to time again.
Mm-hmm.
And he usually come up to Atlanta. I think I ran into him. When did I run into him? I think it was last year when I was in the Cosmel Cantina, aka the Mexican. And he came here with some broad, and I guess the broad was trying to act like she was trying to play him or some shit, man. It was silly.
Mm-hmm.
It was silly. But my thing is, man, these are all the big artists, man. We had a lot of underground, man.
Yeah,
man.
I was trying to touch on that. That's why I brought up concentration camp, street military, but it was a lot. Ghetto Mafia out of Atlanta.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean, but it was just so many that came out of Memphis. That's why I kind of don't like how DJ Paul did them. I mean, you had Player Fly, King Skinny Pimp. That's one of my favorites of all time, man.
Yeah, he got a classic that
Welcome Kings of the Players Ball.
Yeah.
Kings of the Players Ball, man. That man, when I tell you,
classic.
Matter of fact, when it comes to that fast rap, like what the Migos do, they really got it from them.
Lord Infamous.
Lord Infamous too. Yep.
Yeah, everybody out of the 3-6 count wasn't lyricists, but some of them was like I would say Lord Infamous, like you say, Kingpin, Skinny Pimp. I would even throw in.
You know who the most lyrical out of 3-6 Mafia was?
T-Rock probably.
Crunchy Black.
Oh, Crunchy Black.
I'm just joking.
I was about to say he just like Silk the Shocker of No Limit. He was kind of like the weakest.
I rather listen to Crunchy Black than Crunchy Black. He just had that that drawl. I can tell he probably was wilding too for real. Like I always like this. I always like this drawl.
I'm sorry, bro. I never let Silk the Shocker make it, bro. Ever, bro. Not even back then, bro. I never let him make it,
man.
Bro.
Y'all leave Silk alone, man.
Nah,
before I start talking off balance.
He tried to come back. Okay, I see how y'all is. I see what's going on. Your man's trying to come back, man.
Oh, but yeah.
Oh, okay, crickets. All right.
Silk need to chill, man. He need to sit in the cut. His brother making all making all the money. He gonna be just a brother in the cut, just chilling, man. That's it. Playing in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Master P just got booed off stage.
One thing I will say about P, a lot of people didn't give credit. P used to freestyle all his verses. People don't know that.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to give it to P because he still was coming off.
It was a time for that.
Yeah, you can't do that anymore. Can't get away with that anymore, man. You got to come with your bars better be impeccable. Now, we could look at Lil Wayne and be like, okay, wobbly, 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 and then go to his Carter albums and be like, okay.
Bro, you could go to the first album. He didn't curse on that motherfucker. He had Fuck the World on there. Bro, he was getting it off, bro.
Yeah, Lil Wayne always was lyrical. He just got raw as the time.
But Ty, who wrote the bars, Ty? Who wrote the bars?
He did.
Oh, come on, man.
Lil Wayne did write his own lyrics.
What?
Yeah. What you was gonna say? Manny Fresh did it?
Hold on.
No, it was nobody over there to write his lyrics.
It was Wayne.
All right, long as we could get an agreement that Black Thought is the coldest rapper of all time, bro. Period.
Wait. Black Thought's not from the South, man.
Well, I'm gonna give it to him.
I say he's one of the coldest rappers coming out.
He's one of them. But it's so many rappers.
Wait. I threw that in there for Mike because I see what he was trying to do. I see what he was trying to take this thing with the South. I'm not letting you get it off, fam. We're not over here. We're not talking about the franchise board.
Hey.
I came on here to derail your whole little narrative.
Oh, but see, that's why I came on here too. See, this is when, if you want to talk about conscious,
got something to say, Mike.
You said them franchise boy, we gonna have to fight, Lex. Tie City.
Hey, that's what they was trying to make it look like. I couldn't let it go down, bro. I had to step in.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't let it go down.
Man, Ty City still making snap music.
Man, you don't, man. You just don't know, man. Y'all know y'all were jocking to that. Y'all need to stop flexing.
Nah, I ain't letting them get it out, bro.
Lean with it, rock with it.
Nah. Hey.
But this always been my argument, and I think the catalog in the 2000s speak for itself. The conscious movement was being held down by a lot of the underground Southern artists.
Mm-hmm.
You had Little Brother, you had Cunning Linguist, you had who else you had that was really going hard? Dungeon Family was still going on. You had Killer Mike. You had
I would put Killer Mike up there too. I think Killer Mike, despite his political tirades, man, I would say he's pretty dope, man, on the mic. So
no pun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Cunning Linguist was killing it in the 2000s. Like they want to oh yeah, let me get this link out. I found a link. It shows the most. It's a plot chart showing who's the most lyrical, with most diverse, like vocabulary.
Mm-hmm.
This dude did like this algorithm. I'm finna.
Yeah, but this the thing though.
Cunning Linguist is way up there. Wu-Tang is way up there.
Yeah, but this the thing though, bro. They didn't factor in longevity.
Who's that?
The people who did that, the lyrical list.
You seen, you know that chart I'm talking about? I'm finna
yeah, they didn't factor in longevity. That's why when I say Black Thought, bro, there is no whack verse. All the way back to 80 something, bro.
Well, we ain't talking about career. I'm talking about could we I know we got to get in the lyrics at some point. This chart can still just speak to the lyricism of Southern artists. And I think it's a pretty good chart. I put it in the chat.
Oh yeah, and can't forget my boy Endo G too.
Yeah, I put it in the chat though.
Who is your favorite? Let me ask everybody on the panel. Who is your favorite female artist coming out of the South?
Mia X, hands down.
Gangsta Boo.
You know what? I'm cool with her son, Joe.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Gangsta Boo.
Out of the South, man, if I had to I like Trina.
Mia X from the 90s. None of them lyrically could touch Mia X. Now for new contemporary times, I would say Rhapsody.
Go ahead, Ty.
I like Rhapsody. I like Rhapsody.
Yeah.
I like Tink too.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna just keep with Gangsta Boo. Gee.
Yeah,
Gangsta Boo was straight, but I don't think she could touch Mia X.
I guess I'm just biased because I'm just a 3-6 Mafia fanatic fan, man.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah. Oh my gosh. They done had so many artists. Man, DJ Paul, you ain't shit, man. You did everybody dirty, but it wasn't his fault though.
That's that independent shit, man.
Man, if you just look at that catalog of lineups that they had, man, it don't. Yeah.
Hey, you know,
that's another
Lil White was going off. Yeah,
that's another aspect I want to speak to.
Underrated.
Go ahead.
You know who's an underrated female artist coming out of the South?
Shaka, yeah.
No, Young Thug.
That's another ludicrous hate.
Yo, Chid, you an asshole, man. You a real asshole, man. Fucking asshole. Well, I like Shauna from Disturbing the Peace. I like to be.
She's pretty decent. Yeah,
she was going in.
Yeah, she had bars. She had some bars. I don't know what happened to her, man. I saw her on a Vlad interview where she wasn't looking too.
Her father was a big time jazz musician.
A big time what?
Jazz musician.
Okay.
Just a little fun fact for you.
Yeah, another aspect I want to speak to was the independent labels and the creative freedom that there was on line of artists back then. Like Jay Prince, that's why Rap a Lot was so hard and crazy back then. Jay Prince was known, he would just say, man, y'all just do whatever. I mean, you ain't had none of that label politics.
Let me tell you,
got to do this.
Hey, them people was on their ass, bro. And I know I've heard from the people involved in that shit, bro. They really was, they lives were on the line. They was trying to tap into distribution. They didn't want, they already mastered the record deal and the record label. They knew how to control 100% of their deal. Once they started talking about getting together and getting distribution, that's when East versus West hit the media and all the rest of that shit.
And Face used to talk about that in the music too. The feds was coming down on Rap a Lot and all that stuff back in the day.
Jay Prince actually won a lawsuit in Houston. They put a police hitman on him.
Oh yeah, they sure did, and they was following him too. Yep.
Shit, wow, man.
Yeah, because there was a lot of money from a law enforcement standpoint to take down Black artists, man. Black male artists. There was a lot of money involved in that. That's what, hip hop police in New York following brothers around and stuff like that, man, arresting them, falsely arresting them, accusing them, putting guns on them and stuff like that. That was big, man. That was big.
They was at war, dog. I don't think a lot of people understand that shit. You had Jesse Jackson in them crushing CDs and doing what they were doing with the Rainbow Coalition. Like these dudes was getting, bro. I don't think we'll ever know the money Master P was getting off of that 18-15 split with Universal, dog. Off of hard record sales, not digital sales, not streams. We talking $19.99 every time. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you ain't gonna get an accurate number from that.
Big money.
Let me throw this out there. Do y'all think that Houston took the game from Atlanta?
No.
Nah.
Nah. This the crazy part about this.
Atlanta took the game from Houston. Houston had the game first. You get what I'm saying? Ghetto Boys, Rap a Lot is the beginning. Rap a Lot and 2 Live. Rap a Lot had
my bad.
Yeah, you had, and not just on the mainstream with Rap a Lot. You had the underground groups from Texas. Like everybody knows, you can go platinum in Texas. It don't even have to sell outside of Texas.
Yeah, you could just go hit all the big cities and
UGK was one of the first groups. Was like on some, just hit the chitlin circuit. They was going gold. They was going gold just in the South on their albums back then.
Especially when
no radio played, no videos. Everybody knew who UGK was in the South.
Hey, who from Houston?
Rain Woman's from Houston.
I lived in Houston for 7 years. I lived in Houston from 2007 to 2014.
Oh, okay, but you was never at the Kappa though.
Yeah, I've been to Kappa Beach Party.
Okay.
Yeah, man. And listen, and you saw the picture of me with my NASCAR jacket on my motorcycle. You know what time it was. Stop playing with me.
That was a uniform.
No, you know what though? That time Tipping on 4-4s came out like around that era. Houston had the game on smash for a little bit. It may have been about 6 months. Houston was killing it.
No, I would say Houston had it on smash for a while, man, longer than 6 months.
It
was way longer than that.
To the record label, bro. That's what happened.
They've had it since the late 80s. They've had it since the late 80s.
I'm talking about that particular run. I mean, the torch gets passed back and forth all the time. But there was a time when Houston just like they had it on smash.
Oh yeah, your Paul. I know the area you talking about. You talking about the Mike Jones, Paul Wall, Millionaire, and Slim.
Listen, I was in
Big Thug.
But that was,
I
but
went
see,
to
fire,
I went
bro.
to
They was getting
club
money with that shit.
Maxie's that Slim Thug was talking about in his song. Like I was in Houston during that time. Like I'm telling you, Houston was lit. Like
yeah, Houston was on fire, especially when it came to music, bro. That's before the labels got there, though, man. Once the label showed up, they couldn't work with each other. They couldn't really blow Houston up, bro.
I thought they were getting money off of ringtones, though, going platinum off ringtones.
They was, but
yeah, they was.
That's before the label stepped in with the 360 deals and whatnot.
Deal.
That's why
Yep.
Chameleonaire never released another major release because his contract was so fucked up. They gave him so much money up front. He started investing in tech.
Yeah, because they tired of paying him in XRP, right?
He got 5 more years.
Damn.
Nah, he it was just bad deals, man.
Yeah, a lot of rappers were getting screwed. When the 360 came out, I was like, damn. That's why I kind of didn't like how DJ Paul, how he did his people. Like, what's that? Kingpin, Skinny Pimp, that Kings of the Players Ball. He only got paid 10 grand off that album, man.
But see,
Mike, I was just thinking, right?
As an independent, bro, some of these guys, they get the knowledge of the business, bro, and they don't pass it down, bro. You know what I'm saying? Master P, he got a bad rep out here. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of these dudes. The guys who made it inside that boardroom came out, but when they came out that room, they wasn't looking out for everybody.
They was acting pretty much just like the people that they came out of the boardroom from.
Well, Mike, we were just talking about that SLC, the SLC kit card. And if you want to finance that SLC kit card, you can start signing 360 Black Brain Trust deals.
You want a percentage of every super chat?
Trish, you ain't shit.
No, but they start getting desperate, bro. And whenever they start, the record label start taking that dip. That's when they start dabbling. And the dudes from Houston, I don't think they seen that coming, man.
Yeah. Because that hit everybody by surprise. Because I was wondering what a 360 deal was. Because I was young then. I thought it was like a whole bunch of money. But when somebody was breaking it down, they was like, dude, if you would have gone gold with your album, they said that money that they pay you up front won't even amount to what you made, what your album sales would have been. So I was like, oh, well, damn. And artists and the record labels, man, they know this, man, and they just feed off the desperation of when the artists are coming up, because they know they from from the streets and shit.
They losing their stranglehold on that now, because what will happen is some people would have success with the 360 layout, but the second you try to get out of it, then they cut the funding. You know what I'm saying? And it's nothing you can do about it.
Mm-hmm.
I think Coolio had one of the worst record deals ever. And he was saying that they put a whole lot of people in it, but he the only one who will talk about it.
Mm.
They might have a gag order on a lot of people at NDA.
Yo, that shit crazy, man.
Shit.
They would give him expectations that they knew he wouldn't make. And then they would use that as a reason not to do anything for him. All the while owning his masters, his likeness, and everything else.
Damn, man. That's crazy.
Yep.
That's ridiculous.
Yep.
That's ridiculous, man. It got to make you think about all the past artists, man, that that didn't have their masters, man. It's just.
And you know what's crazy? Here in Dallas, right? We got a classic hip hop station now.
The College Run?
Nah, it's on FM. Mark Cuban actually was one of the investors in it.
Oh man.
Yep.
You already know Mark Cuban's involved in this game.
That's why I laughed.
hey, Mark Cuban run around Dallas doing what the fuck he want, man. He one of them.
Yeah, he got a black wife, right?
Huh?
He got a black wife, right?
No. You thinking about the what's his name? Dirk.
Oh.
Dirk
Nowitzki, yeah.
Yeah. He married the stripper.
Oh, damn. For real?
That shit cool, right?
Yeah, he gave her the R8.
The icy hot European got caught too. Shit.
Crazy.
Level up.
Boy, them Texas strippers, man. I swear to God.
Oh,
you touch one of them jokers, bro. Man. Houston or Dallas, man. You go. It's always strippers from Texas, man. And you have niggas going sprung. It's never in Miami. It's never in Atlanta. It's always Texas, man.
I heard there's a drought in terms of like quality women down there. Well, not so much as quality women, but you know, brothers are thirsty down there. No, I'm saying brothers are thirsty in Houston and DFW, like for women. So
nah, it's the outside people who come down here and do that shit. The Drakes and the baseball players.
Basketball players.
They I don't know why. They the only ones take the bait for these.
Bro, they said James Harden like the biggest simp of them all. He go up in there and just drop bags of money.
That's why he got that thick beard.
Burnt his own off.
It's probably a weave. It's a lace front. Got a lace front on his chin.
Yo, All-Star Weekend, bro. Birdman and Cash Money had a money truck pull up to the strip club, bro. It's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Dog, it was nuts, dog. I like, what?
God damn.
So let me throw this next one out there. Battle rap. T.I. versus Ludacris. Who was your favorite? What was your favorite battle? Rap battle in the South?
It was T.I. and Lil Flip was one for me.
Oh, yeah?
It was some good ass mixtapes came out of that. Bro, he was dropping mixtapes on Lil Flip head. They had to step in and stop it.
Rain and Woman gonna beat you up because I just said that in the chat about Lil Flip. I said he was gonna beat this league.
It's a fact. Jay Prince had to step in and stop it.
Yeah.
Mine might be on Mystical and UNLV. A lot of people don't know when he did Here I Go. That's who he was talking about.
Yeah, but he had a beef with Yellow Boy too, right?
Yellow Boy, I think he was part of UNLV, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's who it was directly at.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he was going at all on. He was like, fuck it.
Nah. I got a better one, bro. It's Peter. Yeah, he here. Tell Pete. Since everybody want to be soldiers, let's go.
Yeah, the Pastor Troy. Yeah, Pastor Troy went in.
That shit was
that's somebody else too. That's an underrated lyricist. I don't know how I forgot
Pastor Troy.
Yeah, the music was on fire. That music was on fire.
And they tried it. Oh man, Troy. That song, so man, Troy was that dude.
I'm telling you, man.
Tried to go commercial though, man. He wasn't able to bounce back since.
Hey man, when you get into it with certain people at these labels who connected to Universal, bro, you might as well go underground, bro. That's just how that shit works. You'll never have a favorable deal after that.
Yeah, because I remember that video of that song he did. I'm like, Troy was very underground and dark. He tried to come out with that candy ass song he came out. I'm like, man, come on, man.
Nah, bro. You talking about cutting?
Yeah, I'm like, man, get out of here with that shit.
Nah, bro, that was joke, bro. That beat was slick. Who did the beat on that? That was who did the beat on that?
Timbaland did that shit.
Timbaland did the beat. That's right. Yeah. Nah, that whole slamming, bro. I ain't let you get that one out, bro.
Yeah, no, that wasn't Troy though. Pastor Troy, that wasn't Pastor Troy's style.
Chill out, fam. We're jumping out the building with the parachute, fam.
Pastor Troy didn't bounce back after that at all. It did him in.
the only producer that got the power to resurrect careers is Pharrell, bro. Your shit could be in the dumps. 5 seconds left in the game. Call Pharrell. He gonna make it happen for you. I think he got a hold of Mystical when he left. No Limit. He got a hold of Snoop Dogg. Yeah, he'll put people back on track.
Yeah, I might have to agree with you on that.
Yeah,
but now I think the way hip hop is now, I mean, it's so shattered into all these little communities where people making money off the niche. It's like niche communities now. Like on the other video I mentioned. On the other video.
Say that again, Tyson. You gotta speak up clearly.
It's the last genre.
Okay.
Rock is dead, bro. Country is on its way out too.
Yeah.
They using hip hop drums and beat patterns in country music.
They are using Fruity Loops, man.
Bro, I know people who get jiggy with Fruity Loops, bro.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of Fruity Loops because we came in at a different time, right? When everything was analog, you had to pull out the keyboard for real, and really lay it down. If you couldn't do that, man. Go ahead, Kai. Go ahead.
I said Kai.
Oh yeah. Them weighted keys, man. Them weighted keys. If you couldn't play them weighted keys, dog.
Yeah, man. Just seeing somebody load the sounds up on that fucking floppy disk thing, bro.
The MPC.
Dog, you sit there and be like, no way. Yeah, let me set this sequence up real quick.
Crazy.
I still like. I know a whole bunch of people who still get down like that, bro.
Yeah, my man's and them do that. He got probably about 500 different floppies with all types of beats on there, man. Sequences on there, and he got the MPC 2000, 1000, and the new one, the Renaissance, and one after that. Just Pro Tools. Just crazy, man. Just mad crazy. They prefer that sort of style, man. The Korg with the weighted keys. Korg Mini.
They using this other little thing. Look, it looked like an MPC, but it's not. I forgot the name of it. It's like $300. It ain't even that expensive, but these little kids working the shit out of it.
Yeah, I know Dallas Austin bought the Beat Things back in the day. I don't know whatever happened, whatever came out. I never followed up on that, but the fact that he had the bread to just pull out and buy the company that made Beat Things all together, man, shows what kind of immense power some of these cats got financially.
Yo, I'm telling you, the thing in the music industry is they have money, right? Mm-hmm. But they could never say how much money they got because it'll show how dirty they did people.
Yep.
A lot of these guys won't ever tell you how much money they got. That's why I'm telling you, Master P was buying cellular airspace before a lot of people, dog. And that's not little money.
Yeah. So, Ty, how did you avoid the 360 deal?
Well, I almost took the dive, but when I was doing my thing, man, the record industry was kind of like, it was a weird time for music. Because I think around that time, like SoundCloud was going through some funny stuff, and back then you had to use it was the blogs that was getting you on back then. The Two Dope Boys and the
Worldstar
Rights and the OK Players and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But man, you had to have paper to play in that arena too. You know what I'm saying?
You ever heard of Taxi?
Let
me pull up Taxi for you.
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
Yo, what's up, dude?
Yeah, you brought up Taxi, I see.
What's up, Complex?
Chilling, man.
Nah, but you know what, man? Like being around Erykah Badu and her camp and just seeing how everything is, bro, like hip hop is alive and well, dog. Like it's not going anywhere, dog.
I mean, it depends on what you calling it. I mean, it right as an entity, yeah.
It's the last genre. I was just telling them that it's the last genre.
Yeah, this is Taxi, Ty City. So
yeah, it's Taxi right there.
Target your music to ultimate list of music publishers, record labels, and film and TV supervisors. So I know this from back in the day, but this is like the original A&R before there was an A&R for you. And
yeah, that company is actually in the same area, LA, where I'm from. They're like,
It's
I think it's
another
based out
company
of
like this too, I think, right?
They're based out of Calabasas. I think the one you talking about, Ty, is shit. It escapes me at the moment.
I forgot,
yeah.
but that was more of a DJ pool back then.
Well, this one right here, this was for placement in movies and stuff right here.
Yeah, if you wanted to do like a movie score, if you wanted to do like a movie score, soundtracks and stuff like Above the Rim, that was like one of the most impeccable hip hop soundtracks for a movie. And a lot of artists, man, I mean that movie soundtrack probably had like 25 joints on it. Today, that's unheard of, man, to even put 25 joints on any album.
Yeah, they don't make good movie soundtracks like they used to, man.
Nah, man, black people had control of the music back then.
Yeah, it was no way around it, bro.
I got introduced to artists like that too from soundtracks. I'd be like, dang, that was a good song. I go check out their catalog.
Well, that was how they broke artists back in the day.
Yeah.
Like, they actually broke artists on soundtracks. You know, what they would do is they'd sign somebody and they'd be like, you know what, we're gonna put you on a joint. We're gonna put you on a joint with this producer. The most famous example of this is the Deep Cover soundtrack with Snoop.
Yep. You keep all the money, Ty. That's what it says.
Speaking of soundtrack, Set It Off was a real good soundtrack too. I still remember. I had that on tape. I remember that.
All of those black movies.
Dangerous Minds.
Into Deep.
Look,
Into Deep.
Look, man, when I was record collecting, you have no idea, dude, how valuable soundtracks were. Like on vinyl. Because
I was telling them, hey, Complex, I was telling them about the Japanese guys that fly over here to buy records from the home.
I used to sell to the Japanese, dude. I used to sell to them.
Yeah,
I had there's like about 4 or 5 dealers that used to come out. They used to come out like every third Sunday of the like every third weekend of the month, because there was like a huge record swap that used to go on in Pasadena. And they would come out and they would hit me and my boys' shop first, and then we'd all link up and meet up and go over there on Sundays. And like the one of the biggest balling like record dealers like in the world is this Moroccan cat named Mustafa. Like, this dude got warehouses all over. Like, it's big bread, dude. That's how I got my bread up in the music game, was records, dude, vinyl records.
Yeah, man. We got a spot out here that's underground. It's not even a business. But people, it's like if you know type of shit.
That's how it is. That's how the vinyl game is, dude. It's like, because it's niche. And it's like, it's big money. Look, you got just random people who have been looking for stuff for years. And all I got to do is put like a $50 price tag on it. They're like, wait a minute. I've been looking for this for 20 years. Sold.
No, my producer, right? The guy I was producing with, we went up to New York. And I'll never forget, he was like, bro, we got to go to this place. He showed me the website and everything. I was like, bet. You would think it was this grand place, bro. It was a little tiny spot, bro. A spot called Fat Beats.
Fat Beats.
Yeah,
oh, Fat Beats, man. Yeah.
Bro, I walked in there. I was like, this it? He was like, dog, we going to be here for a while. I'm talking about he went through every record in there, bro.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. You know, like, look, back in the day, so you had Fat Beats in Hollywood. Okay, so it was in like the same space. It was Fat Beats and there was the extra large store. And the Beastie Boys owned it was a clothing store. So it was extra large downstairs, Fat Beats upstairs. So the Beat Junkies, which is like they're like a world famous LA DJ crew, they ran Fat Beats upstairs, and the Beastie Boys had their clothing boutique downstairs. We talking like 96, 97?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was in there every payday. Nigga, I was dropping bands on records, dude.
Yeah, I mean, Dr. Dre went and bought a whole entire store. Said, I want everything in it. Just give me the whole brick and mortar.
Hold on. I got a story for this one. I got a story for y'all ass. So on the Chronic 2001 on that album, so there's a cat named Mailman. All right, he produced like half of that shit.
Yeah, Mailman. Right. He was with the what was the name of that group? He was part of a duo, I think, called what was the name of that group, man? I forgot the name of it, man.
I just know. Look. This dude came in one day. With a I'm talking about a stack, 4 G's. Dre gave it to him. He was like, look, man, go down to this shop here. This dude got some heat for us. He came down there, man. Mailman came through. Me and my boy Andy go into the back. My boy Andy, he ran the shop, right? So this is the cat who put me up. He put me up on game. Mm-hmm. So Mailman rolls through, man. We start pulling out joints, and my boy Andy just starts playing shit for him. And Mailman's like, yeah. All right, just give me the whole box. And so the one joint that my boy played for him ended up being, and I'm trying to remember the name of the single. Shit. It was like one of the first singles that came off of the Chronic 2001. But my boy was the one who pointed out this. He played the sample for him, and Mel was like, all right, and he flipped that shit, bro. Like, I got stories like that, dude. Like, I got stories for days when it comes to digging shit.
So, Complex, who's your favorite artist coming out of the South? Y'all so silly?
You mean y'all so stupid? Yeah. Let me see. Out of the South, man. Let me see.
Yeah, let me see what you know, Complex. Let me see what you know, man.
what I know. Shit. What I know. I'm gonna see what y'all know. What you talking about? I wouldn't say it's y'all so stupid. I would say, coming out of the South.
Outkast.
No. I have to think about that one, man, because there's a few groups that I like.
Would you consider Exhibit out of the South because he's from
New Mexico? Nah, he's Southwest.
Nah, I consider him West Coast.
Oh, wait, he's from New Mexico for real?
Yeah, he's from New Mexico, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, but he West Coast though. Let's not do that.
No, he's not like Exhibit is he's West Coast, man. He really is, dude.
Yeah, he West Coast all through.
Man,
he's kind of like the DOC. He's like the DOC in a lot of ways because the DOC was from Texas, but when he came out, when he came out, yeah. But see, when he came out, he was on some LA shit.
Yeah, you know, so he's a legend around here, bro.
Yeah, you DLC because he's from Dallas to be exact, right?
I thought he's from San Antonio.
Nah, he's from Fort Worth.
Fort Worth, yeah.
But they say Dallas, same shit.
DFW, that's what we're gonna say it.
Yep.
No, y'all so stupid
too, man.
Yeah, y'all so stupid. Like they were a dope crew. They weren't my favorite though. They weren't my favorites.
Hey, Complex, you familiar with the Freestyle Fellowship out there?
Man, what are you talking about, bro? I came up in the whole Project Blow scene out here, man. Like that's my come up right there, dude. Like we was like, dude, me and my boys, we was like the only cats in high school bumping all that shit.
Yeah, that's an underground collective right there.
Yeah, like the whole project, man. Look, you know, groups like the Knots. Yeah. They was part of that whole circle. Shit. Let me see.
You familiar with the Coup?
The Coup? Yeah.
Oh man, come on.
Yeah, Boots Riley.
Man.
Yeah, he just did that movie. Yeah.
Yeah, Boots Riley. Yeah. You know,
Hieroglyphics,
you know, Pam,
Souls of Mystery. Oh, that was good.
Hey, you know Pam the Funkstress passed away, man. The DJ for the Coup. Yeah, man. She passed away a couple years ago.
The DJ.
Yeah, Pam. And she was dope too.
Hell yeah,
she was dope. She could cut, bro.
I met her through DJ A1, Erykah Badu's DJ, right?
Oh, A1. Okay, yeah.
Oh, AM1. He got a YouTube channel, right?
No.
You ain't
Hey,
shit,
bro.
Mike. You ain't
Nah,
shit,
A1,
Mike.
bro. That's like, bro. A1 cool as shit, bro. He cool,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
And bro, that DJ community is so tight, bro. I'm talking about tight. They always link up.
Yep. It is, man. Like I'm talking about real DJs, man. It's like we all know, everybody knows each other, man. Like everybody knows each other, man. Like my OG, like the dude who brought me into the Zulu Nation out here in LA is Zulu King DJ Mark Love. He started out DJing for the Far Side.
Yeah, I fuck with the Far Side. I always like the Far Side.
Yeah,
We produce shit for them too. When I get to the pad, I'll drop links. It's just on YouTube.
If you had to find an equivalent Southern artist that was like the equivalent of Nas, who would you say it is?
That's gonna be tough.
Down here?
Man.
Down south?
Yeah.
I would have to say either.
Wait a minute. You know what?
I might have to say Mac.
Mac Mo?
Mac from.
No.
Hold on. Let's put some respect on this name here now. Mac from No Limit.
Okay.
No Limit.
People down here know Mac.
Mm-hmm.
Mac, one of the rawest dudes. He only did two albums.
But you know what? 8-Ball storytelling is on par with Nas, bro.
Yeah.
I would say that.
I mean, but you know, I don't know, man. I was.
We talking about being lyrical now. I mean,
Lyrical.
8-Ball is a great storyteller.
Bro,
he
is so descriptive, bro. He's so
he is a
descriptive,
lyricist too.
He gonna put you.
I don't think flow wise.
Nah,
complexity. I think Mac could be a better fit.
Man, look, who is the cat? Hold on a second, dude. It's about to get loud. Hold on.
Oh, they on your ass, Complex.
Oh yeah.
That's an ambulance, man. Ain't the police.
I'm slowly waiting for y'all to come to trap music, but go ahead.
Hold on. No, we stand.
Man,
nah, you ain't
wild,
trapping
man.
us. You ain't trapping us with that one. Nah.
See,
you know what?
That's what Mike tried to do. I just came here to derail that shit, man.
No.
Hey, Ty, we ain't going past 2000s. We ain't going past 2000s.
So wait.
No, you coming past 2000, goddamn.
No, I got you.
See, I know.
I got an argument for right now too, though. It is some good stuff out right now too, even though I say it's garbage.
Well, hold on. You said Nas. You said who was closest to Nas? Y'all remember a cat? And I'm trying to remember his name, but I know a joint that he did. He had a joint called Creatine. He was from Dungeon.
You talking about Cool Breeze, yeah.
Cool
Breeze, yeah.
Cool Breeze was dope.
Yeah, but I wouldn't use him for the Nas comparison. His album is a classic though.
I'm saying Cool Breeze was dope, dude.
Descriptive than 8-Ball, dog. It's 8-Ball and Scarface. They so descriptive, bro. They gonna put you where the rhyme is, bro.
I put Scarface. I put Scarface over 8-Ball though.
Nah,
I would too. I agree with that. I agree with that.
8-Ball, bro. 8-Ball was telling some crazy stories, dog.
I put them kind of the same.
Nah, man.
Really?
Chill, bro.
I kinda,
all the way down.
No, I didn't say over him, Ty said. I say kind of the same. Both.
Oh no, that is tough. I think people do sleep on 8-Ball. I do agree with that argument.
8-Ball is definitely slept on, bro.
8-Ball is one of the greatest storytellers too.
Yeah.
A lot of
he's
people.
saying Nas though. Nas is not just a great storyteller. No,
He's just a great lyricist, man.
That's what I'm talking about. That's why I went with the Mac.
Yeah, I think 8-Ball is a great lyricist, but I don't know if he's on the same level with Nas. I would probably put him on the same level.
He's not. I'll
put him on the same level as Biggie, though.
Who's Nas? Mike, you know good well that's rare.
No, but on the West Coast, when I talk to people.
Let me keep it G with y'all, bro. I'm going to keep it all the way G with y'all, bro.
Okay.
I like Nas, but I ain't rolling around listening to Nas.
Because when I talk to people on the West Coast, they always refer to what do you call it?
Nas is not the standard though. Black Thought is. That is the sensei.
That's more on the ruckus side, the underground ruckus.
No.
As a rapper with
Rockets,
repertoire.
Wu-Tang, them like special, like.
But wait, hold on. But Black Thought is from the roots,
We're
bro.
talking about
They still affiliated with that Ruckus underground
This
movement.
dude is
No, they're not.
50-something, bro. And
They
he
was
is
affiliated with Ruckus. They always was doing records with Mos Def and Talib and
No.
LP.
Man, look.
Ain't nobody
You gotta
got
go
the
back.
consistency and longevity as Black Thought, bro.
Black Thought. Look, you gotta go back. You gotta go back
Bro,
to
30 plus years, not a
that's what I'm saying, dude.
bro. You
That's
cannot
what I'm saying, dude. You look. Not only that, but you gotta go back. I'm trying to remember the name of the first roots. Okay, hold on.
You talking about that do what they do, what they do?
Don't sound like he sounded 30 years ago. Jay-Z don't sound like he sounded. They all resorted to this slow flow because they don't got it no more, bro.
Well,
you can't tell the difference between a 1995 Black Thought and a 2019 Black Thought, bro.
Yeah,
you can. No, yeah, you can. Black Thought in 2019 is probably better.
Yeah, I might agree with that.
He getting better. Dog, that's all I'm saying, bro. I know everybody get into all this shit, bro, but it's like, bro, if you know, you know, man.
Black Thought a freak of nature, man.
I think he's a dope lyricist, but I don't think he's on the same level with Nas, man. He can't hold the same audience.
What?
Yeah, he can't hold the same audience, Phil.
I think Matt can. And I can tell, like, I don't think a lot of y'all really listen to Matt because Matt
2019 Mac versus 1989 Mac, bro. It ain't there. He don't have the
1989 Mac. I'm talking about No Limit, Mac. What Mac you talking about?
I'm talking about Macintosh.
I'm talking about
iMac.
I'm talking about Black Thought having a 30-year run of consistency and just, bro,
they call you out in the chat. They call you out in the chat, Ty City. They call you out.
What are they talking about? Nas or Jay-Z? Which one?
They wanted to kick you off the panel, man.
Wait, why? Why? Wait, hold on. Why? Because he's bigging up Black Thought?
Yeah, man.
I dare anybody. Go find somebody that'll spit illa freestyles. I'm talking off the dome, bro. Off the dome freestyles. I'd have heard Black Dog go off the dome for like 15 minutes, bro.
Let me take away Ty City's ranks. Let me just take away Ty City's ranks.
Put your best Nas record up against Web.
Y'all tripping, dude. Black Thought is up there. He's like one of the top, one of the greatest to do it.
He is the top. That's the sensation.
No. I won't give him the top, bro. I'll tell you right now, the top is Kool Keith, Ultramagnetic MCs, fam. He's been doing this since the 80s.
Head, though, bro.
Okay, then that's what I'm talking about. Get to that level where you can understand. Yeah, get to that level.
Nah, he close, but he ain't.
Man, look, Kool Keith is otherworldly, bro. I shouldn't have even brought him in on the discussion. Let's stay on Earth.
When I talk about an equivalent, right? An equivalent spitter, right?
Bro, hold on. Kool Keith get on the record and say, I'm on Intergalactic Space 991,000. So, bro, it's like if I bring up MF Doom, bro. It's over your head.
Wait a minute. Wait. No. If you can't get with Doom's wordplay, something wrong. Like you ain't.
No, I can. But what I'm saying.
No, I'm saying the average person,
bro.
Okay. I guess, man. Because look, if you ain't fucking with Kool Keith, you ain't fucking with Kool Keith. You ain't fucking with Doom. Like if you ain't fucking with them cats, then you I don't know. You still novice. You still novice level.
Bro, let me tell you something, bro. If let's say I'm just chilling with some people, bro. If I throw Mad Villainy on, nigga, you gotta be thinking on that kind of wavelength, bro. You won't catch an MF Doom line till the next song, bro.
No, you won't catch a Doom line. Sometimes you just won't catch it for a couple years.
Nah, I still find shit like, yo, this nigga was tripping, bro.
Yeah, he was bugging big time, dude. Bugging.
Nah, trust me, bro. I could go off on
y'all talking about MF Doom?
Yeah.
Dare the Funky Homo Sapien was like that too.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Dell's my dude. Dell is like he's one of my all-time faves, dude.
Shit, Andre from Outkast. I put him on.
yeah,
Dre's dope too. Dre and Big Boy, both of them are.
Yeah, but what I'm saying here is every
Dre
region.
ain't going off into that realm though, where you just Dre ain't he ain't when it come to like MF Doom and all of them cats, Dre, he ain't up there with them, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
I don't know about that.
He can
You
rap.
better go listen to
he can
ATA
rap,
list
but-
again.
Nah, man, you need to
can
go.
You
rap,
better go listen
I
to
like
ATA
Boosie.
list.
Nah,
But-
you need to go.
but
You need to go.
MF
Listen to
Doom and them,
Operation
bro, like, you
Doomsday. Go
ain't-
listen to Operation Doomsday.
I know about
Bro.
MF Doom. I
Go
mentioned
listen
Stone
to
Records.
Food. Go listen to Food.
Operation Doomsday, that's a classic though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, but what I'm saying here is every region has this go-to spitter. For New York, it's always been Nas. When it comes to the West Coast, they always go to Razkaz. When it comes to the South,
It's
Probably
Scarface.
Dre. It's probably Dre.
Nah, it's Scarface, bro. It's Scarface.
I agree with that.
It'll be Scarface. It will.
It might. That's a tough one. It's either out of face or Dre.
Well, because you know what? I'm gonna say this, bro, and I say it all the time, bro. Andre good, bro, but man, they sleep on my man, dog. Big Boy, man.
Oh, they
yeah,
do.
Big Boy got bars. Big Boy
He
got
do.
bars.
They really
Bro,
did sleep
that
on
Fat
Big Boy.
Sax album. Have y'all heard Sir Luscious Left Foot, Son of Chico
Yes,
Dusty?
yes.
Yeah, both.
That
Damn,
is off
bro.
the boy. Mhm.
The production on that was just
Atlanta
Bro.
adopted him, even though he's not from there.
Yeah, he's from Savannah.
Savannah, yep.
that's not a bad adoption.
Oh,
Well, it's
hell
the same,
no, it's not.
the same thing with Bun B. He from Port Arthur.
Yeah, him and
Well,
Pimp
yeah,
C.
Houston adopted him.
But they was
Yep.
already, they was always repping Port Arthur though in their songs.
Hey,
It
y'all,
wasn't like they was like jocking Houston like that.
You
Mhm.
can't
Hey,
take them out of the Houston.
do y'all know of a group called the CVs? They were from Atlanta.
CV.
Yeah, they came out maybe like around 2004.
CDs or CVs?
CV. Yeah, they had a song called, I think it's called The Jump Off. It was like the CV, CVEES. I'll have to look them up. They were dope too. They were from Atlanta.
Mhm.
But
You said CB.
No,
CVS.
So CVEES.
Bro, that Mystical first and second album, bro.
Classes.
Bro,
Yeah, that's
Still
what
Smoking. That shit jam, bro. Still.
that's what I'm saying. Another lyricist, man. Mystical used to be, man, his wordplay was crazy as hell.
Yeah, but there was no comprehension behind it either.
Shit.
What? Man, you tripping.
Man, he was all. I don't know, man. His delivery, man. His
Nah,
delivery.
you tripping, dog.
You tripping.
Man.
Hey,
Well,
put
see,
on your screen share. Put on your
this
screen
is
share.
what I'm saying, though, right? So
This
Oh,
go
like,
time. This is what I was
Wait,
talking about earlier.
So,
Time.
wait. You motherfuckers let Twister get his shit off, right? Mystical ain't even half as bad as that, bro. Relax.
Come on, Twisted.
Now, yeah, hey Ty, you know Twista and Del the Funky Homo Sapien had beef back in the day, right?
I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah, go listen to the. Well, I think it happened at like at a record. It was like some sort of music seminar or something like that, and they got into a battle or something. And I don't know if Del just basically fronted Twista off or whatever, but if you listen to Del's joint Eye Examination, it's on the B side of the Dr. Bombay 12-inch, I think it is. He has a joint called Eye Examination, and the last verse he basically just goes to Twista.
Hey. Hey, you know what? Are you familiar with a beef with the Freestyle Fellowship and Bone Thugs?
Yeah, fuck yeah, man. You know what? Look, I'm gonna tell y'all right now.
Everybody.
No. Let me tell y'all what that's about. So here's what happened. Check this out, dude. Back in the day, so Eazy-E and credit to Eazy-E to some extent, because what he was trying to do, Eazy-E was trying to dead kind of like that gangster stuff, and he was trying to pivot Death Row. Okay, which y'all people don't notice, but Eazy-E was the dude who first signed Black Eyed Peas. Y'all notice?
I never knew that.
Before the Black Eyed Peas were the Black Eyed Peas, they were the At-Band Clan. Okay? There was a Jewish rap group called Blood of Abraham. That's the homies Benny and Mazik. Okay? He was signing all these, like, he was going like underground with this stuff. He was going like kind of like underground. All that so Blood of Abraham, At-Band Clan, they were all like in the LA scene at the time. I think at the time I was maybe like a freshman or a sophomore in high school. And so he also was trying to sign Freestyle Fellowship. Okay, so what he did was he got a demo tape from some cats out in from Cleveland, or yeah, wherever they from. Okay, and so they had kind of like a fast rapping style, but it didn't have like the staccato style that Freestyle Fellowship did. Okay, that's like AC Alone, that's Jupiter, Peace, and Mike and I. All right, and DJ Kilu. So he brought them out here, took them to Project Blow, and had them basically just soak up game.
Wait. Hold up. Bro, you just breezed across that Mike and Nine like he was nobody, man.
Nigga, man, what are you talking about, dude? I told you, I came up.
Cold as a motherfucker,
he's cold as hell. And I'm saying, ain't nobody that can really spit like he does, man. He's the one.
Mike and Nine is stupid, bro.
He's stupid with it. Okay, like y'all don't believe me? Go listen to a song he got called "Sand to the Beach."
I like that one he got. I think it was called "How Many." I forgot how it was, but that was the first time I heard him, bro, and I was just blown away. Bro.
Yo, like or listen to "Bullies on the Block." Like, man, it's man. Look, dude.
Bro, continue the story.
Basically, he flew Bone out here. He flew Bone out here, right? Because Fellowship was like, look, man, we ain't gonna do this quasi gangster LA shit you talking about, man. We griots, man. We this is some street shit, but it's some artful street shit. And that's how we gonna keep it. So he flew Bone out here, took him to Project Blow a couple times, right? Niggas they came out with Thuggish Ruggish Bone, and that style you hear. Go listen to Inner City Griots. Go listen to Freestyle Fellowship's second album. Matter of fact, go listen to Whom It May Concern, their first album. Go listen to that one. Go listen to Inner City Griots, and then go listen to Bone, because Bone is the culmination of them biting those first two albums. And they came out sounding just like Freestyle Fellowship, but on some dumb shit. Man, look, I don't give a damn. Everybody want to tell me Bone is all like, no, Bone is the biggest. They're the biggest group of biters hip hop has ever seen.
Hey, but listen. I'm gonna just see if we on the same
page. I'm not looking at that, man.
Do you know how nasty that situation got?
Oh, it got real nasty, dude. Look, let me tell you something.
You ain't gotta go into it. I'm just
no, check it out. Let me tell you how nasty it got. I'm gonna tell you how nasty it got.
I'm supposed to even tell the story, but
hey, I'll put it out there, bro, because I lived it. I was there. So check this out. Look, LA was like, you know what? We had a saying called "Take their styles back." Right? So everybody who was trying to come to LA and buy shit, it was like, yo, you gonna come out here, you gonna get dealt with. So look, back in like 95 or 96. So when we used to have this spot called Unity that used to crack off, and there was this cat named Bigger B, rest in peace to him, right? Because he brought a lot of shit to LA, bro. And this is when Mobb Deep came out with the Infamous. Okay, so Mob was out here talking like I mean, rest in peace to the Prodigy, but they was popping big lip. They was popping big lip. Man, them niggas came out and did the Unity show. Nigga, Project Blow was in the front row, arms folded, looking at these niggas like, what? Man, look, they wanted no part of LA. They want to know part of LA. Eminem came out here, want to know part of LA. You name a rapper. They come out here, they go to Project Blow, they go to Club Elements, they go to Sessions, where the MC Cyphers was cracking off. Man, niggas didn't want none of that shit. They wanted no smoke. None. Bone included. All of them. Straight up, dude. Like, nah, man. Like, when I hear that kind of shit, I get fired up, dude. Because I know what kind of work LA put in, right? But LA was always on some like, oh, it's just gangster. It's just gangster. It's like, nigga, we got the dopest MCs. What you talking about? Hey, none of y'all.
Our bodies was dropping way before the East Coast versus West Coast.
Huh?
I can't lie, Complex. It took me a long time to start finding the conscious stuff from the West Coast. Always,
and that was on purpose, bro. That was on
always
purpose.
thought about West Coast with the gangster stuff too. And I feel where you're coming from, 'cause I got to do the same thing with the South.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but see, that's why, like, when you talk, you know, we talk about the South and stuff like that. I can name groups because I was like West Coasters. We open minded, bro. We listen to hip hop from everywhere. It don't even matter. You dope, you dope. That's our mindset. You dope,
West
you dope.
Coast always had like a connection to the South. No Limit started. Master P started
in the Bay Area.
Yeah, and you had Rap a lot. Rap. Jay Prince had a lot of artists from the West Coast, even.
Yeah, right. He had West Coast artists on Rap a lot. Yeah.
So it's like we always had. The South always kind of
especially the Bay Area, man, which was a noble thing when Master P signed Snoop. That was a very noble thing. That was a good smart move too.
Yeah, it was just to get him up out of all that
man,
BS with Sugar.
The South was always had like a more of a, I would say maybe like a global, like a more of an open, globalized look. It wasn't even we was regional. We still was outside of the locale kind of. Look at how Jay Prince. Look at how Jay Prince signed Outlaws after the death of Tupac, and everybody shitted on Outlaws.
Right.
Or he was signing the Chicago scene. They seem to rap a lot.
They really do.
Artists was on Rap a lot.
Well, it was
Do or Die.
Hey, just keep it a buck, bro. A lot of people was getting rescued by Jay Prince.
By Jay Prince.
Straight up.
Shit, Pimp C had to get rescued by Jay Prince.
Yeah, P and them had pistol whipped them or some junk like.
Oh man, come on, man. That ain't for
damn.
Wait. They pistol whipped my boy. Rest in peace, Pimp C.
Oh yeah, Pimp one of my favorites, but it was a lot of. Yeah, they had him hurt. I know people don't want to. I know people. Hey, Pimp my nigga too, but hey man.
I heard about that.
Damn, man.
See, Master P, he put out this persona, bro, but he really had the streets on lock, bro.
He did.
And the only counter to that had to be a Birdman type person, bro.
And see, man, the thing is about at LA, man. Look, none of that really pop. You couldn't get that popping off out here like that, man, because I didn't want to say the word, but people who ain't black or actually that's who runs the music game out here to a large extent.
Well, see that, Complex. That's what I was telling them earlier about how they was trying to get into the distribution, and they really had like feds and shit. Their lives was being put on the line, trying to fucking keep them from taking into that distribution.
Man, well, the problem is this. Here's the problem, because see, this thing, man. That's what I did. I did distribution. I did independent distribution. And the thing is that really what you got to do is you had to build your own networks. Like what you wasn't going to do was be somebody who was signed. You have access to their channels and stuff, right? But then you're going to call yourself going quote unquote independent, and then you want to sit up there and try to leverage their networks and how they make money for your own shit. Good luck with that. You gotta build your stuff up from the ground up, bro. That means you gotta find your own pressing plant, right? And build your own distribution networks. That's what you had to do. Yeah, if you was just gonna get out here and then try to go to the same people that the major labels was already going to, and man, you trying to cut into their dough.
Yeah, but now that shit over with, bro.
Oh man, it's dead. Look, put it like this: when Steve Jobs came out with the iPod, it was a wrap. He torpedoed the music industry, bro. He torpedoed the music industry with the iPod.
But you know what? The game finna change again, because now I think it's gonna be set to where the individual artist is gonna be able to set the price of his own stream.
Well, it's been like that.
No, now they don't know what the price of a stream is, and it's dictated by the streaming service. Now, I'm gonna say, hey, I wanna come to Spotify, but my music has to be set like this. I think even the streaming service is about to lose their grip. Everybody who try to get control of creativity, they lose.
Well, that's the reason why I'm saying that. Really, in all reality, you know who really, and I had the idea. Honestly, I had an idea similar to this, but it wasn't until Bandcamp came out. right? Bandcamp got it right. Like the Bandcamp is the most legit music format that really sort of fits a traditional business model in terms of music distribution and release, but in a digital age. There's nothing that's fucking with Bandcamp, dude.
Bandcamp took off around that time, like I was telling them, the blogs had the game on Smash. You had to pop up on Two Dope Boys or OK Play or something like that. But
I mean that was some old BS.
Bandcamp got took out by SoundCloud.
No. Bandcamp's still around. SoundCloud is the one that's dead. Bandcamp's still around. SoundCloud is dead. You got it backwards, bro.
You think so?
I know.
SoundCloud
ain't dead.
SoundCloud is go look at
people popping off of Bandcamp.
No. Go look at what happened. Dude, SoundCloud don't have no funding behind it. It don't have no kind of business model behind it. Yeah, everybody was able to throw stuff up there and post it and link it and all that. But guess what? SoundCloud ain't got no money. Bandcamp, on the other hand, I use Bandcamp, dude. My label is still run. We still run our label and distribution off of Bandcamp.
I like Bandcamp, but I'm just saying, bro, like SoundCloud is, man.
SoundCloud was good. The business
coming out of SoundCloud, bro, still.
Yeah, I agree with you, Ty. I think a lot of people still use the SoundCloud.
No, what I'm saying is this: from a music industry standpoint, okay,
yeah,
people still use SoundCloud. Okay, they still use it, but if you're gonna actually run a record enterprise or a music enterprise, dude, you got to use Bandcamp. The technology allows for different methods of delivery and distribution. Bro, you can go digital, you can go physical format, you can do show promotion. You can do everything off of Bandcamp, dude. Everything.
Yeah, I seen people setting up tours with Bandcamp.
That's what I'm saying, dude. You can literally run your whole entire operation off of Bandcamp. Yeah. You can point your label domain over to Bandcamp. So because like if you put in artisanrep.com, that's my label and distribution company that I run with my boy Kevin. You put that in, it's just gonna go to our Bandcamp joint. And there we run everything, man. We had all our physical format stuff, the digital stuff, we have free releases, man, look, we were the ones who created what we call the Digi 12-inch, right? So we used to format our singles just like a 12-inch. So while everybody was selling their singles for $1, dude, we were selling ours for $3, and you was getting more. You was getting a radio version, you was getting an instrumental, you was getting a B-side. You was getting, like I'm saying, we formatted our single releases like they were vinyl. But you just got it digitally, and it delivered that way. And like when you bought some stuff from us, that's how you got it. We had liner notes in our shit, artwork, everything. Dude, Bandcamp is just, dude, SoundCloud ain't fucking with Bandcamp.
So Ty, where did you sell your music?
I never even, bro, you know what's crazy? All my music was like took off on this is between MySpace, Facebook, and like I was just streaming music. I never even put a project together. I just got my plays up that way, and that was it. I just ended up in like studio sessions with people, and you know what I'm saying? Because I got cool with the DJs and the producers, bro. You know what I'm saying? I could just pop up on producers, and they'll have people in there, and I just be in there chopping it up. I got tracks with Devin the Dude, man. I got tracks with Mia X's son, Jack Joe. I got bro, just being like, I really took advantage of social media and just being cool with people. Like you could get far.
So what happens when somebody pull up and be like, yo, Ty, kick a freestyle? I mean, that's 16.
Kick a freestyle?
Yeah, you gotta spit that hot fire.
No, not now. I'm saying what happened when they did do that.
You know what? I used to like hearing people freestyle and stuff like that. Bro, Lil Flip got a freestyle where he was just freestyling in the parking lot for a long ass time, bro. And that shit took off.
I couldn't stand Lil Flip.
But for me, like freestyling, bro, I know, bro, I'm gonna get some slack for this, but in certain settings, bro, it looked like some straight dance for me monkey type shit, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I never liked motherfuckers just ambush people like, yo, freestyle. Like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I never liked that shit.
We used to love dudes that could freestyle down here.
No, I
Dudes
like
that can
freestyling.
freestyle, they get plenty of love down here.
Like, it's like if you're a dancer and somebody just say dance, why don't you just, you gonna dance for us real quick? Like, I don't know, man. I like freestyling, and I like it when it's at a setting where
well, you gotta be ciphered up, man. You gotta be ciphered up, like
yeah. Because for Ty, it's like, you know, he need a beat behind him so he can be like, yo, my watch costs this much, my belt
costs this much.
Here you go. Ty.
Hey, you know what's funny? I think I got like halfway through a project called the Datsun album, a Fair Lady Experiment, and that is like I still listen to it back, and it's just funny, bro. Like you can't avoid the car references and shit like that. Like,
oh, so you were like Master Ace then?
Yeah, like you can't avoid it. Like if it's you, it's gonna bleed out through the lyrics. You can't do nothing about it.
Now, would you all consider the Clips a Southern artist? I mean, Southern group?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, I consider
absolutely
the new era. J. Cole,
man. I'm gonna tell you something about the Clips, bro.
All them Southern artists.
I didn't pick up on the Clips in the bro. Pusha T really is like a genius, bro. When you look at Till the Casket Drops, a lot of their themes are dark and they have to do with like deep spirituality type shit. But they lace it in a way where it comes off as something else. The imagery behind Clips, if you go back and look at it, it'll bug you out, bro.
Hey, y'all, I just posted
Clips
that.
Highly underrated. Definitely.
I just posted that joint from that group, the CVs. I just dug it up on YouTube right now. I just threw it in the chat.
Bro, what was that song where the casket was coming down? I mean, the hearse was coming down, had the band playing. I forgot the name of that song, man. But
I wasn't that guy.
Yeah, VA had some pushes, man. VA definitely had some pushes.
Yo, you know what happened to their manager, right?
I even liked it on.
Yo, the
Miss Ellie and Timberland, they little squad. I mean,
yeah, Timberland, all them.
They still Dirty South, but it was more the pop.
The guy who was managing the Clips, right, got caught up in a Fed charge, and in the courtroom, bro, they like wheeled out this whole pallet of dope as evidence.
Damn,
crazy.
Yeah, well.
So he's serving time pretty much.
Yeah. If you listen to the project that came out before, Pusha put a song out called Snitch for Sorry Nigga I'm Trying to Come Home, and it go hard, bro. Pharrell produced it.
Wait, Sorry Nigga and Trying to Come Home?
Yeah, the acronym for Snitch.
Sorry Nigga I'm Trying to Come Home.
Yeah. It's bro. I'm telling you, Pusha T and Pharrell together, bro. Them two.
Yeah. They had some chemistry.
Yeah.
So why they break up?
I don't think they didn't break up.
They didn't really. Pusha T just got his position with Kanye on the Good Music now, on Good Music Group.
Yeah, but they stopped making music, right?
Well,
he got Kanye.
His brother found the Lord.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Yeah.
Yo, Mike, what you got against people finding the Lord, fam?
Well, hallelujah.
I mean, hallelujah, shit. I mean, what the fuck? I don't know. Like, why you gotta stop rapping and shit? I don't know.
Nah, but you know what I think it was, bro. Bro, the Fed charges were so close to them, bro. They whole operation was. I think the only thing that really saved them is they started that play clothes company, bro, and they could account for some money.
You gotta launder it somehow, I guess.
Yeah, but if you look at the career of the Clips, bro, they never had the labels money. It's evident. You know what I'm saying? They never had the big press runs and stuff, even though they was on major.
I mean, they were on a major label, you know, but the thing about it is that, you know, when you're from an area like Virginia and stuff, you're only gonna get for so much push, you know, because you have your local audience. You don't really have to push much to them, right? So much of your money is going to be getting spent elsewhere. Like if you're an LA artist, you got to spend a shit ton of money in LA. In addition,
but what I'm saying is the money, the money and the music that they was doing, you could tell that nobody okayed the imagery and stuff to be put on MTV and BET at the time, bro. That shit was.
No, they okayed it. All this shit gets an okay, dude. It all does. Everything that you see got an okay.
No, but I'm saying it's easy to say okay when you're not fronting the money.
What you mean? Wait, what do you mean by that?
I mean that they had a street money operation going on, bro. And I think it tie into the situation that they had with Birdman.
I mean, see, man, look, why you think I was independent, bro? I didn't get down with just yeah.
But see, if y'all want to talk about hip hop and the streets being connected, yo, I mean,
no, it is.
Look at who was that camp that the Desert Storm camp. You know what I'm saying? You got the Terror Squad camp. Like a lot of these there's some street money running through this shit, bro. And a lot of them was able to live and do their thing through when the labels was dying, they was still out here moving around.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
But what about P.D. Pablo?
P.D. Pablo.
Actually, he was pretty he had some skill. He had some lyrical skill. But
yeah.
I don't know. I never really cared for him
though. I didn't rock with P.D. Pablo, bro.
Do you guys remember a group? Well, this is the homie John Robinson. He's from group Signs of Life. Okay, Signs of Life. Yeah, so they were originally from New York, but didn't really come out as Signs of Life until they were in Atlanta. And they were on Stretch and Bobbito's label, Fondle 'Em. Or Bobbito, I should say, I'm sorry. They were on Fondle 'Em. And all the stuff that they had put out was when they was down actually in the South, in Atlanta.
No, I don't know about them.
Signs of Life. Yeah, well, they was rocking with Doom, with MF Doom. Because, you know, Doom was down there in Georgia for a while. You know, a lot of New York cats would go to they go down South Carolina.
Yeah, that is true because what's the name? Actually, Doom was actually was homeless. He was actually in the same homeless shelter that I was in down here in Peachtree and Pine.
Who was that?
MF Doom.
MF Doom.
Yeah, he was down here. He actually told his story. He was at the same homeless shelter that I was in Peachtree and Pine, PNP.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Yo, Doom was part of what was that group he was part of?
KMD.
KMD, that's right.
Yeah, it was him and Sub Rock, his brother, and Kid Onyx. And what happened was that Sub got hit by a car, dude. He was killed. And like Doom went into a depression. That's how he ended up down there. Yeah. This was right after the Black Bastards album. Which is like a fucking classic, bro. That's a fucking classic album.
Yo, that's what I'm saying, bro. I can't be on these panels while motherfuckers blaming hip hop for goddamn
bullshit.
I hate that shit.
Ty, do you remember what the album cover of the Black Bastards album looked like?
Yeah, it had the eyes pulled out on the
Yeah, it was basically some coon looking Sambo character getting hung.
Yeah, with the eyes crossed out with X.
Yeah. Because they was like, look, we killing that Negro stereotype. hang them up.
I mean, yeah, you had that. Then you had the Dungeon Family with caught in the face down in the mainstream.
Yep.
Yeah, that was on that AT Aliens album. Even right now, I think what it is, people do have a bias. I can't lie. I'm more biased toward the 90s and some of the 2000s. But even now, it is some good stuff. Actually,
you
got Mellow Music Group,
you got
which is
Chris
one of the
thing down here. You got all kinds of stuff going on everywhere, and even with the internet, bro, it's no excuse for not finding good music now, bro.
Yeah, Mellow Music Group is probably the biggest.
Yeah, Mellow is
independent.
Yeah.
You got Odyssey, Apollo Brown on there. You got
well, you got whatchamacallit, La Orange and Cool Keith dropped a joint on there.
Yeah, it's a bunch of artists on Mellow. They probably the biggest. That's why I always compare them to Ruckus.
Well, I was gonna say they're like the Ruckus of this era.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So that like, dude, the only shit that I'm listening to, the only shit that I'm listening to as far as hip hop goes is coming out on that label, dude. Like if it ain't coming out on there, or just like some shit that like I just know from around the way or something, man, that should be missing me, bro. Because
the only stuff I listen to right now is Mellow, Griselda Records, and I do like Spillage Village from Atlanta. They signed the J. Cole. I really don't care for their new stuff a whole lot. It's still good, but it ain't like they stuff before they signed the J. Cole. Spillage Village is Earth Gang and JID. Like and I'm glad because they remind me like a new school, a Dungeon Family, because they lyrical and potent as hell. Even though I think it ain't as good as before they got signed to J. Cole, but it's still way better than this other stuff that's out. So.
See what happened with LA, man, is that it like the beat scene took off out here. So it was like it used to be an MC heavy game, and then when the beat scene took off out here, there was a rap after that. So like when Flying Lotus came onto the scene, you had
that's my boy.
Yeah, you got cats like Sam I Am. He's from Michigan, but he came out to LA. He was doing shit out here. My boy DiBiase, my boy Donnell, shit. Ross G, man. Rest in peace to my boy Ross G.
Lotus on that last Kendrick album.
Fly Low? Oh, man, the Flying Lotus always come through, man. He always comes through.
You know what I think, bro? I don't think his style matched up with Kendrick, bro.
Well, he's always been more of an instrumentalist.
I think they try to push. I don't know who did it, bro. Just they took the edge off of Kendrick.
Oh yeah, TDE. That was I would have said TDE with the labels I named. I didn't name them because their quality is going down, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know
all of it. They don't. Yeah, Isaiah Rashad. They haven't even brought his album out yet.
Bro, TDE's not gonna be right until they do right by Ab-Soul, fam.
Right.
Yeah, him and that J-Rock album. I was like, man, what kind of J-Rock album is this?
Undercat pretty straight too.
They messed the rotation up, bro, when they stopped being behind Ab-Soul, bro. And Ab-Soul is, bro, phenomenal, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
I think he kept the competitiveness in the group going, like, because everybody was going hard on TDE back then.
Bro,
J-Rock, Schoolboy,
Control System,
even Isaiah Rashad. Nah, that junk just going.
That Flying Lotus.
Yeah, TDE is a tragedy to me right now.
I don't think so, man. To be honest, I don't think it's a tragedy. I think that, you know what I'm saying, once Dr. Dre got his hands in the pot, bro, it just, I know he's a legend. I don't think it's meant for you to like have.
Dr. Dre is overrated to me. He always been an overrated producer.
I just don't think that he should be putting his hands in something that has that much momentum going, bro. Like, you had your time.
What the whole thing about it is this, dude. Like Dre is he's
sound, bro.
He's like the person in LA who like legitimizes black music, I guess, or whatever, right? I mean, it's just kind of one of them things how like the music shit works, dude. It's like if you're going up through certain channels and stuff, then you're gonna be greeted by certain people and certain players and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like even my boy Adrian, man, you know, who like he produced the 12 Ways to Die, the Ghostface album. He produced the
Oh
Arizona
yeah,
Now.
that was
Yeah, that's my boy Adrian, man. That's the cat I came up.
Adrian. Yeah, I
Adrian
remember.
Young.
Yeah, Adrian Young. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like, so I'm trying to line up like an interview on the Black Rain Trust with him. Like, you know, he's with
Yeah, that was
Ali
a good
Shaheed
album.
Muhammad.
That was a good album too. I remember
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, you know, but it's like even him, man, like shit, he's got dealings with Lear Cohen and shit. You know, it's kind of like when you get, depending on what you're trying to do, like it's certain people certain gatekeepers and shit you gonna meet, right? So it's kind of how the game goes, man. I'm telling you, that's why I just stayed independent with my shit, dude. I was like, fuck it, man, I'll build my own shit.
Man, you know what? Whenever I would meet people, right? Do you know? Okay, you're on the West Coast, right? I got cool with this guy named Tyron. And he was coming out here with Dom Kennedy.
Okay.
And when I linked up with them guys, bro, they was literally telling me, bro, like, man, Rick Ross trying to sign us, this person trying to sign us, but we have to stay independent.
Yep.
I'm like, damn, man, these LA niggas got the game. And he was telling me, right, this is what they would do. They would tell, like, people come try to manage them, and they'll be like, well, let's see what you can do. And they'll get booked for something, they'll get put on this and they'll put on that. And then they'll just go to the next person and do the same thing. They weren't even signed into management.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a cold game, bro. I'm telling you, man.
Kennedy put me onto that shit, bro.
Yeah, it's a cold fucking game out here, man. And I'm saying, dude, like, you know, I had people that I signed. I'm not gonna mention their names, man. Certain New York fucking producer, right? That I signed, you know, gave him an advance on his shit, dude. He never came through the project. And then when I sent his ass a breach of contract, this nigga had the nerve to go on Facebook and talk shit. Like,
sound like somebody in the manosphere.
It sounds like a bunch of niggas in the manosphere.
My bad.
There you go.
You know what though? Hey, Playing Skills from Dallas, right? I'm cool with Play. They got money, then they produce Riding Dirty, and they produce some other stuff, right? They told me, right, they went to go get paid from Birdman. Birdman told them, go get your lawyer and sue me for the money. And he said, bro, it was so fucked up because he was serious, and you can tell that that's how they get down. Like,
Lil Wayne had to do that.
No,
so pretty much.
But listen, this was 2012 when this happened, and he was like, bro, like they didn't get nothing off the Carter 3 and the Carter 2, and they was just sitting back like, we went to go get our money, and we asked him why I didn't come. He's like, man, you know what? Just go get your lawyers and then just take it to court. Like, that's how they do business. Like, that's they
they been doing that.
Yeah, man.
No,
like, why you think Hot Boys fell apart?
Would tell me to go get a lawyer, bro.
Why you think Hot Boys fell apart?
Gutter
is BG,
hard
is BG and Juve in them. The thing is, Baby and them had a lot of people. Baby and them got a lot of people on their team, and they really did get people slumped. Like on that song on BG album back in the day, they say Baby put that boy to sleep.
I know the bottoms of that, bro. Soldier Slim was a real problem, bro. I'm gonna just say that.
I know Soldier was a problem.
Yeah, but the thing is, how can he get away with that without anybody touching him?
Bro, we talking about, bro. He in the pockets of Universal Music Group, fam. He don't, and that's the thing that he explained to me is you go to court and then you got the Universal Music Group lawyers you got to fight against. It ain't Birdman don't have no lawyers. These guys in cahoots with them people, man. No, they look like us, but that they don't. Trust me, bro.
There was a chick. She was I'm trying to remember her name. I think her name was Wendy Day or something like that. She was like
Wendy Day. She ran
okay.
the Ozone magazine.
Right. Okay. So she was like one of the negotiators for the first deal that Cash Money got with Universal. You do know that, right?
Wait. Nah, this is a different chick.
I didn't know that. I did know I always praise Ozone for publishing South. Like they was the only magazine that was actually covering the movements.
What's her name? I want to say that's her name.
Nah, Wendy Day is her name. I'm thinking about the other white lady who owned Ozone magazine.
Oh, okay. But all I know is they were in some white chick was involved with Cash Money getting that first, like that $30 million deal or however much it was, right? And then she had to turn around and sue him to get her cut.
Damn.
It's another side to that's not getting out, bro. Manny Fresh and Juvenile was instrumental in that deal. So the money that they got was advance money for like 8 different artists and shit, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
And that's the part that people don't talk. That's why Juvenile fell out, because he has stake in Cash Money. Him and Manny Fresh. They wasn't really like artists, bro. They was really like they had stake in the label, bro.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought them dudes like had like yeah, like
I don't know about that, bro.
Nah, bro. Juvenile sued him and got $7 million.
Yep.
Manny Fresh.
But I don't think he didn't have a position on the label though.
Yes, bro.
Manny Fresh did, not Juvenile.
Yes, Manny Fresh and Juvenile had the project that they was shopping around.
No, I don't know about that, bro. I always looked at liner notes. Like
but the thing is this, man. Look. Here's the deal, right? The reason why what Ty is saying is not it's not outside of the stretch is because look, you can't just walk up and make a deal with a company like a Universal, right? And it's just you.
Yeah, they don't want Bird.
You gotta
Slim.
like
that
like
wasn't the
Bird.
deal.
Like that's what I mean. It's like, dude, that you gotta have like some artists involved. And I'm saying, in order for you to make something like that happen, I'm pretty sure there's some sort of equity split, some sort of cut or something. It's not just you who walks up and makes a deal like that.
Nah, I'm gonna tell you though. When I say something, bro, it's because like I'm hearing this from people who were involved, dog. Like me and Mia X's son, he was there doing all that shit, bro. And they let me. I'm telling you, bro. Like it sounds cool. 2 motherfuckers just walk in there and tell these people that they have a label, give me some money.
You know what I mean? People.
No, I know it don't go down like that, but
you gotta be
the paperwork still can go down, or the structure of the organization, which is on the paperwork.
Yes,
it's Brian Williams.
Listen, Juvenile was signed like 5 years before they got that deal. They had contracts saying that they had stock in Cash Money. Part of that big advance was theirs.
Bingo. A pre-existing arrangement or deal does not negate one's obligations to pay it in the event that they make a deal with somebody else.
Wasn't BG on that deal too?
And I'm gonna tell you right now, Soulja Slim was the person to get people right.
Oh yeah. Everybody know about that.
So, yeah.
That's why they had to get rid of him.
But Mia X she's an attorney. So
Mia X got a whole bunch of restaurants that's doing good.
Yeah, no, she was lawyer. She's a lawyer, ude. Like straight up, dude. Big ups to her.
Yeah, she doing good. Yeah, you know what's crazy? Her son, right, Jack Joe. This nigga took to the streets, and she was willing to pay for him to go to college and stuff, bro. But I'm gonna tell you something, bro. Hey, he got it, bro. he got it. He do, but his mom don't want him to do it. She's just not getting around to like helping him out now. Yeah. Man, shit, I see some of that shit, Complex.
What's up?
I seen some of that shit.
Yeah, man.
I seen some of that shit. He cold, bro.
I mean, you know, I'll check. You know, I'm like, I was always that dude, man. If you sent me a demo, I'll listen to it.
Yeah, man, but a lot of stuff that's going on, bro. Like, man, it was some evil shit going on. It was so much double crossing and backstabbing going on, bro. When you find out the truth behind a lot of these situations, it'll blow your mind, dog.
Fam, that's why I told you, man. I did the indie thing. I was like, yo, I'm rocking solo. Me and my bro Kevs, we just gonna do our thing, man.
Let me ask you all this before we close out.
What's up?
Favorite guest featured song in this coming out of the South? I got 3.
All right.
My first one is Watch for the Hook.
Yeah.
Not Your Family.
Yeah.
My second one is Suave House and No Limit.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, and my third one would be wait. Let me think about this because I there's so many out there.
I got the ultimate.
Go ahead. I'll leave that 2 on the table. Go ahead.
That Cameron, Bout It.
Cameron?
Yeah, Cameron and No Limit, that Bout It remix.
I don't.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I remember it, but I don't remember it being memorable.
I'd rather go with the original Bout It.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Welcome to Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Money Ain't a Thing.
Yeah, JD and Jay-Z.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I never cared for Jermaine and Peach.
Big Pimpin'.
Yeah, that's a classic one.
Yeah, that's a classic. That's a good one.
And that's one thing I always liked about Jay-Z. He always kept an eye on the South in the 90s. Like, he knew about a lot of stuff that was going on that other New Yorkers weren't paying attention to.
He had a lot of eyes. He had a lot of eyes down there. That's how they signed Rick Ross, because Memphis Bleak.
Yeah, he was always shouting out rap a lot. He was always he really knew what was going on. He really knew what was going on down in the South. He never was on no hating type time.
Yeah, but when he was over Def Jam, he put Scarface in there to be over Def Jam South. That's how you got.
Yeah,
he did.
I forgot all about that. You damn sure know.
I don't really have any. I would say maybe Money Ain't a Thing, the joint with JD and Jay-Z, Jermaine Dupri and Jay-Z. I guess, I don't know, I guess y'all kind of mentioned them. Because like I said, all the stuff that I liked that was from the South was like, it was like obscure underground shit. You know, for the most part. Like now I fucked with UGK pretty heavy. You know, but for the most part, man, I don't know. A lot of it kind of just missed me. There was a certain beat aesthetic, a lyrical aesthetic that I was always looking for. Goody Mob was really kind of like, to me, like I said, cool, like the whole Dungeon Family stuff.
Bro, that Organized Noise, bro. Organized Noise don't get enough credit, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
As producers, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
But I actually had one. I actually had like a top 10.
A top 10?
No, like a top 10, like greatest Southern producers.
Okay.
Top 10 greatest Southern producers. So it's a lot of producers that didn't get credit.
Who?
Because the South had a distinct sound, and a lot of producers didn't get credit. I mean, we already talked about DJ Paul, Man, and Fresh. I want to go into Organized Noise.
Okay.
Happy Perez he was the in-house for Concentration Camp. You had T-Mix for Suave House. T-Mix single-handedly was doing all the production for Suave House. People forget that. One of the greatest producers ever. Man, he made so many different flavors and so much complexity to the beats. Platinum Soul, that was done. It was the in-house group for Rec Shop in the late 90s, early 2000s for out of Texas.
Hey, I'm
Beats by the pound for No Limit. Like,
okay, Beats by the Pound. Yeah, familiar with them.
Had issues getting paid, had to muscle out of that.
Yeah, with No Limit. Yeah.
I was hoping that Pharaoh.
God damn.
Where's Pharaoh?
Yeah, I'm right here.
He right here.
Oh, don't tell me Ghost Town DJs. My
95 South. 95 South.
Don't tell me. Hey, I'm finna mess y'all ears up, bro. I'm finna go ahead and mess y'all ears up. Because when this happened to me, it was brought to my attention. I never heard trap music the same, right? Zaytoven is the originator of that trap sound, bro.
I don't know who that is.
I know who that.
Yeah, he's a
I'm very
producer
familiar with Zaytoven.
Wait. Zaytoven came from the Bay Area. Every time you hear a trap song, go back and listen to the Bay music, bro. It'll fuck you up.
Oh, you talking about the hyphy type stuff and all that?
He did So Icy, right? That song sound like a Bay song. And I went down that rabbit hole and I'm like, damn, bro. The trap sound is from the Bay, bro.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
But y'all don't talk about that too though, but how hip hop as regionally as we think stuff is,
it's cross-pollination.
Yeah,
a lot of
cross-pollination. Because DJ Premier going from Houston to New York.
From Texas. Yeah.
But that shit will blow you away, bro. Just go down his catalog and you'll be like, wow, man.
Well, yeah, Zaytoven shit does because it got that high melody and shit. You know, I know exactly what you're saying.
He's a piano player. He can play piano.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, about him being the first producer of that, I guess
there
you
was
could.
No trap music before Zaytoven.
I mean,
that sound came from Zaytoven.
That can be argued. It can be argued. It definitely can.
Who did the rolling drum lines before Zaytoven?
Wait, the rolling drum lines?
The just straight rolling 808s, the slow rolling 808s.
I mean, I'm not gonna say that they originated it, but when you go and listen to you just go listen to some Freestyle Fellowship shit.
Nah, that's not trap.
Well, what I'm saying, rolling 8, when you talking about the rolling drum lines, it ain't trap. You know what I'm saying? But
it's trap.
No. All I'm saying is that, you can take you can have elements or aesthetics of something that doesn't make it 100% it. But when
that's a hard target, Tyson.
I mean,
trap
but
music,
that's what I was saying because you had also Sonny Digital coming out at that time as well. So that's why I was saying it's a three-way. That's why I can't give it all to Zaytoven because you had Sonny Digital, who was always
bro. We talking 10 years before that. We talking So Icy when Gucci Mane and
Sonny Digital. Well, I mean, but see, So Icy. I'm from Atlanta, so there's history that I've already known. So
Shawty Red,
yeah.
All that stuff came way after Zaytoven.
I still have to. Yeah.
So what? Did he put a patent on it, Ty City? Did he put a patent on it or something?
I mean, you know what? He should have. He should have. It's like Manny Fresh with the hi-hat.
because really they'll say that the original would be for who the creator of it. They'll say it would be T.I. because that's been the ongoing beef. T.I., Gucci, or Jeezy.
He labeled his music trap music. but the sound of trap,
But the sound
actual,
of it, right?
The actual sound of the instrumentation is Zaytoven.
Yeah, because actually, T.I. still had a lot of that 90s Southern sound. I mean, it still had like a new wave Southern sound, but it still had, it's still.
T.I. is lyrical though.
Oh yeah, of course.
I can fuck with T.I. I fucks with T.I. Yeah.
Yeah, he is lyrical, but he's not a producer though.
No, he's not a producer.
We talking about Shawty Low, OJ the Juice Man, Gucci Man.
Yeah, I care for none of them dudes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That shit kind of went over my head.
Who said Chingy, dog? You better get that out of
here. Hey, Mike. You know what, Mike? I know how you feel about us coming on here and derailing your little, your southern hip hop thing. I'm glad I came here to block that propaganda.
Hold on, I want to fit it. I think it went pretty good. I mean,
yeah.
I feel like I made my case. I mean, it's a lot of stuff. I mean, it's a lot of stuff I didn't get into.
No, we steered away from the crunk era. We did our job.
I didn't know that Mike was talking bad about the South like that.
Hey, let me tell you.
Talking bad? What you want?
We gonna have the East Side stomp you, Mike.
No, they'll start.
He is from the East Coast. How you gonna East Side stomp Mike? He is from the East Coast.
Oh no, East Side mean East Atlanta. That's what we mean. East Side
okay.
We not gonna let you get that off, Mike.
Nah, I wasn't trying to do anything.
Because I heard the first 5 minutes.
No, we playing this out weeks ago, man. And Richard, Victor Dixon, and Josh, man, was supposed to come through. It really proved to me that the South had meritable tradesmen in hip hop. So I was like, okay, let me let y'all prove that, because I always come up here doing no bankhead bounce. You know.
Oh shit!
But see, if we start talking about chicken noodle soup, then it's a problem.
That shit was good. Good.
Good. Relax, man. We just don't have people Bama bashing us, calling motherfuckers Bama.
Well, let me do let me do an overview of the points. This was our case. This what I said the other week. The South production, music, a lot of the albums from the South in the 90s aged better than a lot of that East Coast stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, Little John, Crazy Train, bro. We've been in that rock shit.
Listen, production. We mix live instrumentation with sampling, and we was very
y'all weren't the only ones who did that.
Yeah, West Coast did it too, but like Pimp C said, we did it a little better.
I don't know, but okay, go ahead. I'm listening. Go ahead.
We did it a little better.
Bro, who knows what we'd be listening to if the South didn't carry the torch for the last 10 years.
Man, you mean the torch of exploitation?
But no, I'm gonna be fair with that though. No matter what Coast got it, the acceleration of mainstream garbage that was gonna happen regardless, because our culture.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, man. I don't like being on panel where people talking about the music. The music is making the kids go nuts.
Oh, that's bullshit. That's bullshit.
And I hate that shit, bro.
It's the same thing with it's the same thing with the Bill Cosby pound cake speech. So.
Yep.
We got to go down the line, man. And I think Pharaoh, you got to give us at least two of your favorite guest featured tracks came out of the South.
Well, I guess I wouldn't consider them guests because they was all in the group, but my favorite was the Hot Boys, Boys at War.
Oh, that's not a feature.
That's not a feature.
No, that's the artist themselves.
Shoot, mine would be shoot, I got so many of them, man. I have to. I'll just have to go to trap, man. I'm sorry, man. It's gonna have to be Gucci and OJ Juice, man. I'm sorry. I'm just that ratchet. I'm just that ratchet like that. I'm from East Atlanta, and all the way to the South Side, so I can't help it.
I'm glad you own your ratchetry.
Hey, you know what? Hey, you know what? I'm gonna say it like this, bro. Whenever I hear some crazy sounding trap shit, it's what I expect from that person. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. When I first heard OJ the Juice Man, I was like, yo, this motherfucker street is shit. You can't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, I'm dead ass serious. I'm like, bro, there's no way around it.
Straight out of Boulder Crest.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He for real. That's what I hear.
Let me ask y'all something. Is trap music supposed to be like
it's not the content that makes trap music.
No. What I'm asking is trap supposed to be like abstract?
It ain't that deep about trap, bro.
Huh?
Nah, but wait, I'm gonna tell you.
Well, abstract doesn't necessarily have to be deep.
No,
abstract,
because I know what you're getting at, Complex.
Okay.
And,
because I was never a fan of trap, and I never really got into it, so I thought.
But see, you got these new producers like Sunny Digital. Mm-hmm. These guys are creative. They not even street cats. They craft the sound for the streets. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
And Metro Boomin too.
Yeah, Metro Boomin. Like these guys are. They really are on they production is on point, dog. Like
the production is good. I ain't gonna deny that. You're right about that.
Nah, they cold. But what I'm saying is, whenever you hear trap, I had to stop myself because I have an ear for hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And I started attaching my own like output on music. I will place that on trap, and they'll put me in a place where it's just like the shit jamming, but I'll just be like, man, I can't. You know what I'm saying? But the production is there. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers might be saying some wacky ass shit, and I don't expect lyricism. You know what I'm saying? When I put an ear on trap music, I only expect to be entertained. I don't expect anything else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because the producer really be saving these dudes' career. That's pretty much in today's time is.
Well, I mean, pretty much. I mean, the nowadays it's like the rapper. We've gotten away from music being sort of like a happy union of production and lyricism, right? That's kind of the era that I was brought up in. Like I couldn't just deal. Part of Mike Mitchell Razzcast, right? Like, look, to me, his dopest shit was the shit that came out when I was in high school. So, like, when you go listen to like "Won't Catch Me Running," or I'm trying to remember some of the other joints that he did from back in the day and shit. "Remain Anonymous." Okay, you go and listen to those. It's like there's a perfect union of production. Like that was Bird. The producer was like Bird and Thayod. I think that's who was producing his shit back in the day. And his shit was dope. And then you go listen to the Soul on Ice album. And it's like, okay, I can get with like half of it. Half of it is Razzcast. The other half is Razzcast trying to play to the commercial market.
Nas did the same thing.
Yeah, Nas did the same thing. So there's always been like, for me, it's like I need a happy union of both, because lyricism and wordplay is intertwined with production. Now you listen to go listen to some old Gangstar shit and listen to how Guru would rhyme, and then Premier would throw in like his pause cut or Jazzmatazz, any of that shit. But you listen to it and it's like the lyricism actually fits in the production and vice versa. So now
it's the same with trap music.
Well, no. You're saying with trap music, it's just like, look, these producers are saving a lot of these MCs. Really, what it is like most motherfuckers. Because like, look, the dude's rapping. the dude's rapping on some of the trap shit that, like, and I don't listen. Like I said, I can't really fuck with it. I've heard some of the shit, but it's like these niggas don't be talking about nothing. So the only appeal could be the production.
It's not just the side.
Hey, Complex,
it's coast to coast. Hold on.
Have you heard Freddie Gibbs and Madlib's last project?
Fuck yeah, dude. Y'all fucks with Freddie Gibbs.
That's not trap though. Madlib.
Freddie Gibbs got on the project before that. Freddie Gibbs was on some trap shit, bro.
Yeah, I know that's
because he was signed.
No. He ain't fucking with no, but he ain't fucking with no trap shit when Madlib is producing his shit. Because Madlib don't produce no trap shit.
But that's what I'm saying. You got producers like Zaytoven and them. They can play high level piano, bro. Like
pianos, yeah.
These ain't retarded motherfuckers coming through with the trap production. It's catchy for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
But no, I'm not. That's not. It's not. It's not
about the lyricism.
That's what I'm saying. We talking about. That's exactly it. That's what I'm getting at. It's not about the production. I'm saying is like you need a union between the two. You can't you can't get off as a whack ass rapper because a nigga gave you a hot ass beat, man. Fuck that shit. Nigga, if you whack. The beat is dope regardless.
You know what, Complex? I used to feel that way, bro, but
man, nigga, I still feel that way. I'm 42 years old, bro.
This goes to the culture. Bro. This goes to the culture.
Thank you, bro.
Everybody got away from storytelling because everything's so fast food thinking. They can't think long enough to do storytelling. Even some rappers that's lyrical, all they do is punchlines back to back.
That's it.
You got away from I don't like that. I don't like that. Storytelling has to be part of music. Music tells stories, no matter what the genre is.
Yeah, that goes back to Slick Rick, one of the greatest storytellers.
Yeah. Music is storytelling at the end of the day. All the extra stuff, everything else is just extra. You have to tell stories.
But my other than that, I ain't gonna lie. My two favorite though, man, I ain't gonna say it's Project Pat Chicken Head featuring Juicy J and LaChat. That's always gonna be my shit.
Okay.
And so another Crazy Click with 3-6 Mafia and Insane Clown Posse.
Yeah, that's a memorable one.
Yeah, my three. I'm glad you picked 3-6 because I was thinking about the same album. Well, no, actually, it's not the same album, but it's the Tell the Club Up album. Where it's 3-6 and Cash Money. That player, why you hating? Player, why you hating?
Oh yeah,
that's a classic.
Y'all know what? That Project Pat, Mr. Don't Play album, bro. He talked some shit on that one, bro.
Boy, Mr. Don't Play, boy.
Mr. Don't Play, bro. Oh. He also, Project Pat was on some shit, bro.
Bro, I'm so happy that shit went platinum, man. I was happy for that cat when that shit went platinum.
What's your third one?
My second and third. My second one would be BG and Mac because it was two artists from Cash Money, No Limit. And BG and Mac went in on that. And the third one would be, I still was kind of thinking on that. It might be maybe Mystical and Busta Rhymes.
Yeah, that was a dope one.
Busta Rhymes was on that.
No, I take that back. Scarface and Nas. On that, well, it was on Nas' album. Though,
oh, between the two of us?
No, that Favor for a Favor.
Oh, Favor for a Favor. Okay.
That shit was hard.
But that was on Nas' album, though. It wasn't on Scarface's album.
Yeah, you're right. There, I was just thinking about that. I'm about to pick another one.
Yeah, I had a joint too, but now that I think about it, it was on the last Tribe Called Quest album. Thank you for your service. There's a joint on there called Kids with Andre 3000. Man, that shit is fire. But it's not like, I mean, it's Tribe Called Quest.
Oh, 8 Ball MJG featuring Outkast. It was on the In Our Lifetime album.
Yeah, that was a nice one.
Yeah, that was a good one. A lot of people forget about that one too. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that one. It's a bunch of good ones, but
yeah, I like the joint with Outkast and Raekwon. I thought that was pretty.
I was thinking about that.
Yeah, Skew It on the Barbie. Skew It on the Barbie.
But I know I'm gonna get a lot of flack for this one, man. But I gotta give DJ Drummer the props on that Feds taking pictures, man.
Feds taking pictures. That was, I ain't gonna lie, that was a classic.
I'm gonna have to go listen to that one.
Yeah, I like DJ Drama did a lot of good mixtapes actually around that era.
Man,
Like
I
the
ain't
late
gonna lie. The mid 2000, late
yeah, that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had some good times. I had some good times, bro.
He was killing the game, man.
Let me ask y'all this: are y'all? Because see, in all actuality, I didn't even get a chance to bring this dude up, but he's like one of my favorite producers. I think he's originally from Houston. Spent some time in New York, and then he was like one of the last cats to really be doing some shit with Dungeon Family stuff before he really just kind of broke out on his own. But do y'all know who Gennaro Jarrell is?
Oh, Gennaro Jarrell, yeah,
dude, that is he's like my favorite producer from the South, bro.
You know how
I thought you said Janelle Monáe.
No, Gennaro Jarrell.
Gennaro Jarrell, dude. Go listen to Five Piece Puzzle.
Five Piece Puzzles, yep. The whole album from
the whole album is bro.
Man.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god.
Yep.
Man, I'm a Dungeon Family connoisseur. You got me I don't remember about him.
Bro, Beat Journey, Five Piece Puzzle, and Beat Journey, bro.
Brazilian Thought. That's my favorite one on Beat Journey.
You know, Big Bounce Theory.
Big Bounce Theory, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude. Gennaro Jarrell, dude. That dude is smoking, dog. Like he's literally one of my favorite producers, man.
And you know what the funny thing? You know how I ended up finding about him, man? They had one of his songs on NBA 2K, bro. That's how I ended up finding about him.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, they had one of his songs on 3-Piece Puzzles, man, on fucking NBA 2K. I want to say, was it 2K9 or 8? One of them.
Probably like 2K. It had to be 8 because he really the thing about it is, man, he's one of them cats. He's part of that first wave of like mid to late 2000s producers, but like he's in the same realm of like Flying Lotus and all of them.
Yeah.
But he just didn't get the shine he should have got. But
Knife Wonder,
all them dudes. Gennaro Jarrell is in that circle.
Complex. Would you agree? This is what I was arguing before. I was saying that the South actually was upholding the conscious rap in the 2000s. Do you agree with that assessment?
I mean, I would say maybe by virtue of the fact that's just what was being like pushed largely.
What about the Yin Yang Twins?
Ah, man.
I'm gonna put you right now.
I bullshit you not.
Don't let Mike take y'all down that road.
Yeah, already know what he's trying to do, man.
Mike coming through with the propaganda, fam. Don't let him do it, dog.
Hey, that's all right. You better do another East Coast hip hop science again.
No, come on. You ain't
I can bring up some garbage dudes.
Man, come on, bro. Don't think Cameron.
There's a lot of garbage niggas from the East Coast.
I just took home time, bro, and I went. I was in my ratchet mode, so I went to Liqueur on Metropolitan. And that motherfucker D-Rock was up in that bitch.
Hey, you know what though? This reminds me of my first CD I ever had, bro. And I found it outside, bro. And it was Shaq. Remember Shaq had put an album out?
Yeah.
He put a couple albums. He had a couple albums out. Yeah.
So I'm playing the shit. I think I'm the shit, bro. I got a CD, bro. That kind of scratched up the shit, bro. We get off. My partner was like, bro, that Tupac just came out, and my brother got it. We go over there and listen to it. And I was like, nah, bro, I got the Shaq.
Yo, that Shaq second album was flames. That shit was flames.
No, he wasn't cussing or nothing on it, so my mama let me have it. And fam, bro, that Hail Mary, bro. I went over to my partner's house. We heard Hail Mary. I was like, damn, bro.
Wait, what's the joint he had with? It was No Hooks with Wu-Tang.
Oh, that was the first album, but
okay, that was the first album.
The second album, man, with him and Lord Tariq and Peter Guns. That shit was flames.
Wait, what joint was that?
That was Lord Tariq was all over that, but
that's what I mean. Yeah.
no love lost with him and Jay-Z on it, and Lord Tariq. That shit was flames.
What? Okay, I'm gonna check that out.
But you know what, bro? Like everybody be laughing at Shaq, but he be like rapping against Kobe and shit, bro. Like y'all playing, but he certified platinum out here.
Yeah. No, that second album
Was
is a
that
classic.
the Return album? Was it with it?
No, You Can't Stop the Rain.
Oh, You Can't Stop the Rain.
With him and Biggie.
Yeah, bro.
Okay.
I gotta go listen to that one.
That's a classic album.
Okay.
I gotta go listen to it.
Imagine hearing that shit when he was playing for the Orlando Magic, bro, and in Florida, bro. That shit was lit.
Yeah. Yeah. Now he battling Damian Lillard. So
Dollar Dame.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah, he had this song called Big Dog Stump. I remember that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all want to talk about sports dudes? Y'all want to talk about sports dudes? What about when Roy Jones Jr. had hit?
Mike Jones.
Hey,
Roy Jones Jr. Mike Jones.
Yeah, he said he bit the song from Bootsy and them. That was really a Bootsy and Webby song.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm
because
he
was fucking with that saying. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Look, there was a project that came out in like 90.
Oh yeah, I was talking about that earlier time. Boots and Webby Trill Entertainment. I was talking about how they had they had us. Man, they had
like, what?
Man,
Chill
Jacks.
out, bro.
Nah, hey, that's where I'm from, bro. That's what's up right there.
After Pimp died, bro.
Jacksonville,
they still rocking.
Nah, bro. It ain't
nothing like the 2000s. They ain't.
Well, yeah.
They was actually pretty lyrical too. I ain't gonna say they weren't lyrical, but they was real good storytellers.
Webby had it, bro.
Boosie did too, and they had good production. They had Mouse on the track.
I never could get with Boosie voice, bro.
Nah, he was lyrical in his early days. Like he had a real.
Lyrical, but I just couldn't get with the voice, bro. It's just too much for me.
Well, I remember when Boosie first came out. He was like 16, 17 years old.
Yeah, he came out with Concentration Camp.
That's how he sound. He came out with
Concentration Camp.
Concentration Camp. Yeah. Young Bleed. All them boys out of Baton Rouge.
They was already starting to break up though. I actually like the 90s Concentration Camp. That's when they was at their real peak. You had Max Minnelli, Javon actually was the best rapper to me. Young Bleed and Max Minnelli was their most known rappers.
You know, y'all talking about like, you know, Shaq said there was a project that came out. I think it was on Relativity. I'm trying to remember what label it came out on, where it was basically a bunch of like cats in the NBA back in like the kind of like around 92, 93, 94. I want to say it came out in like 93 or 94, but it was a bunch of rappers. But there was his brother, he's a point guard, Dana Barrows. He had joints with Jay Dilla.
Yeah, he lived down the street from me.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up. Yeah, he had joints produced by Jay Dilla back in the day. Well, he was
Jay Dilla. Jay Dilla used to be all around here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Damn, that's what's up.
Yep.
So I swear I missed everything, but
oh man, he
yeah, you late, man.
I'm about to say, man, when
you come? And you knew this was going down, man.
I know, right?
Yeah, you were a day late and $1 short, man.
I saw the email.
My fault. Techie, are you from the South, man?
Yeah, I'm from Baton Rouge. That's why I was chiming in on Boosie and Webby.
How dare you? The nerve of you, nigga.
It's too late, man. We ain't let Mike get his Bama shit off, man.
And thing is, Keep It Techie was supposed to be here at the beginning to lay it down for Cash Money in them.
Yeah, and I apologize, man. I got caught up with some other shit. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
well,
I'm gonna hold your wrench for 7 days, man. Give me that Thule.
All right.
Yeah, man, snatch that Thule, man.
Yeah, but the most lyrical to me, I would say, is Mac from
Thank
No
you.
Limit.
That's what I was. That's who I was saying. I compare to Nas.
Yeah, that's
Richard
been lifting him up all night.
I know they don't listen to Mac Cause everybody
Nah, I
in the
listen
chat,
to Mac,
like,
bro. He ain't
I'm
fucking with Face.
Man.
I gotta go find some Mac stuff on YouTube now, man.
He got 2 albums, Shell Shock and World War III.
Shell Shock was Silk the Shocker.
Nah, that was
that's not Silk the Shocker.
Nah, that's Mac. Mac album with Shell Shock. I'm telling you, if you listen to that first album,
actually World War III
Mac,
a little better than Shell Shock, but listen to both of them.
Well, you know what, man? That BG Chopper City series go hard too.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up if I was here on time, but
I'm talking
it's
about
all on
lyrical.
you.
Isn't he serving time too?
It's all on you.
Yeah, he got life for murder.
Volume 2.
His son go hard. His son signed to Currency.
City.
His son signed to Jet Life now. Oh, Currency is another one. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I like,
Currency.
I like Currency.
Currency started with C Murder. Currency started under C Murder. He actually was on one of C Murder first albums. I can't remember the name of it.
Boy.
Yeah, and then he branched off. I think he did some stuff with Lil Wayne too. Yeah.
So how can you say that, Ty City, that Wayne wrote his own raps if Gilly the Kid is saying otherwise?
Man, Gilly wrote that.
That's Ty City. Ty City said it's Dwayne Carter.
Nah, that was Dwayne Carter. He right. Dwayne Carter wrote all that stuff, man.
So so why is Gilly the Kid going crazy back then?
Gilly the Kid was going crazy back then because he didn't write Wayne shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know.
He didn't write Wayne shit.
He wasn't getting that. Nah, let me explain it. He wasn't.
You can listen to Block is Hot.
To me,
but it sounds crazy because he was writing his shit, but out of nowhere, Wayne got better.
To me, Gilly wasn't getting the recognition he wanted, so that was a way to come up. I mean, look at his name. It's Gilly. This nigga, I mean, he trying to get out, and take people's shit, in my opinion, or come up off of somebody.
I fuck with Gilly the Kid. He got
but Gilly was popping way before Cash Money was.
Where though? Not down there.
Exactly. Down here, we been listening to them. And you listen to early Cash Money, Lil Wayne been lyrical. Not as lyrical as he is now.
Waddle-dee.
That's a mainstream. That's one song. That's one song.
Y'all just talking about the commercial stuff.
Go listen to Fuck the World, bro.
Exactly.
Go listen to the first Hot Boys. The first Hot Boys.
Get it how you live, not guerrilla warfare.
I'm not letting you do it, Mike.
Yeah, we know. We listen to these albums. They tripping, man.
Bling, bling.
We gotta let Josh.
400 degrees.
Bling, bling, my nigga.
Come on, man.
We gotta let Josh. We gotta let Josh pick out his favorite female artist, and then he gotta pick out 2 guest featured songs that he likes.
Okay.
Favorite female artist coming out of the South.
Favorite female is I mean, it's got to be, to be honest, it's got to be because I never really listened to too many female artists, but I would say Trina because she had the sex appeal and the lyrics and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? And I mean that she was just, and then she collaborated with Webby, you know what I'm saying? So I mean that's who I would say, but I'm trying to think of who else. Features.
Teflon Dawn.
You said features though?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Wait.
Jay-Z on UGK album Big Pimpin', as well as Jay-Z on Juvenile.
Okay, I can get with that.
Yeah, like
I forgot about the Jay-Z was on.
By like people from up north, collaborating down south. That's who I would say.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you have a favorite battle rap between 2 artists in the South? T.I. versus.
I forgot to do that.
Favorite battle. I would say favorite battle from the South, in my opinion, which it got real, but was between
UNLV and Mystical back in the day.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
That's that was like one of the biggest, I would say, beefs that happened. Before TI, before I even knew before they commercialized it. Let me say that.
Have you heard Mystical talk about that situation recently, bro?
Yeah. I've watched
the way he talk about it, like it's like, bro, that's not what happened, fam.
Yeah, he said he was jamming to the shit, to the badass yellow boy. Oh, he wants some.
Dropping, bro.
Yeah. So, but that was the old Cash Money Mystical beef, really.
I'm gonna get some flack for this, but female rapper that's underrated from the South, Kaya, was going hard, bro.
Who's she signed to?
Nah, I actually agree with that. I always said Kaya had some. She could rap. She actually could rap.
Hey, don't trust them niggas, no, bro. When that shit go off in the club, bro.
Oh, you talking about that my neck, my back chick?
Yeah.
Yep.
Man, that's the best y'all got.
Nah,
bro, you
old girl out of 3-6 Mafia was on too. I can't think of a name.
Gangsta Boo?
Now. Yeah, Gangsta Boo. I enjoy that shit too. So I mean, that female rappers, really wasn't popping really back then, as much.
I can't believe you didn't say Mia X.
Yeah, I always said Mia X hands down.
Hey, I'm so sorry.
I don't see how nobody can't say Mia X.
I forgot about Mama Mia. Oh man, I feel so bad.
Yeah, man. Shame on you, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying,
I'm gonna put y'all in on some shit. It was Mia ex-husband who pistol whipped Pimp C.
Yeah. You're right about that. You're right.
It's a whole lot, bro. I'm gonna keep it off the internet.
Yeah, we shouldn't be talking about that type of stuff on here, but no wonder he sipped so much lean.
He was leaning all right.
Yeah.
And Jay Prince had to save him. They ran to Houston.
Wow.
It's all good.
Nah, man, I'm mad that Keep It Techie didn't come through earlier, man. We were having,
Yo, I swear, I wish I would have known y'all would have went live. I would have hopped on, bro.
Oh man, you gotta hit that notification bell so you get all the updates from the Black Brain Trust.
I do.
Hey,
I just went looking at my phone, man.
Enjoy the Patreon.
Oh wow.
Oh man, yo, thank you all for joining us, man. Hit that like button if you have not already done so, and hit that notification bell so you get all the updates for the Black Brain Trust, man. And if you disagree with anything that I had to say, leave some comments in the chat, man. I'm in the comment section under the video after the live stream is over, because people acting like, I got the South misconstrued, but they can't even name, the most lyrical artists in the South, man. Mac.
Bro, I said Scarface, bro.
Because we got a bunch of them. What you talking about?
Yeah, it's a lot down here, man.
We got
a lot more than you would like people to think, Mike.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you.
I mean,
we got to traverse states. You talking about just one city with?
You got cats down there rocking FUBU and driving around
we got the pink fur. We got the pink fur from up top. We got the pink fur with the pink Range Rover.
Oh,
come on, Plymouth Prowlers.
Come on, dog.
Plymouth Prowlers, automatic transmission.
We got rappers taking MTV to the food stamp office.
Hey, we got rappers drinking cough syrup.
Dude, they drinking bomb and flew it up north. So what that mean?
Man, y'all, the South made that shit popular, bro.
Man, the North had just as much trash as the South, man. I don't like this.
Wu-Tang Clan was talking about bombing Floyd on the J's.
Hold on.
Nah, that was the West Coast. That was the West Coast with that shit.
Method Man was talking about that too.
No.
The Sherm Sticks, that was the West Coast.
No. We about that. We about that greenery, bro.
Man, I ain't never heard nobody down south doing that. They was doing heroin down south. And
okay.
I can tell you that they was doing. I'm not saying it's like a better drug or some shit.
I was about to say.
They was doing heroin down there. They was snorting. They was snorting.
Right.
That was a Louisiana thing. That wasn't a Florida thing. Let's get that clear.
Well, yeah, that's right.
Well, but they were cutting it up right off the CD because that's the only thing some of those southern hip hop CDs are good for, anyways.
Oh man, that's hard. Yeah.
All right, man.
But they wasn't doing no.
All right, Shalom.